All right, what's going on, chat? I was trying to figure out the YouTube chat, but I can't fix the YouTube. I can't see YouTube chat. I mean, it's on screen, but I can't see it. But Arena, this is the incident. Are we starting off by playing some games? With Ian. I mean, I'll talk about it on the podcast, and then I'll talk about it on the podcast, and I'll also talk about it on Yapping tomorrow with Grant. So. Probably not going to talk about it at all today on the stream. I mean, like, not in depth. I mean, I think, what was, does anyone have, like, the clip from, didn't Mahone talk to Ian on stream, or talk to Ian and then talk about the situation on stream? Does anyone have the clip from that, from Mahone's stream? I was trying to find the clip. I assumed it would have been put on Twitter, like someone would have tweeted it out, but no, I didn't see anyone tweet it out when it happened. Appreciate the resubs there. Silent Burst, Scooby Dooby, JT, Doom, Jaden, Bad Builds, Kickin, Rufio, Fields, Noobly, 10-0, Roth, and gets us up over to from Yaffady over to Almus. Welcome to the pack, Almus. I have a clip, but it comes at a price. I posted a video on YouTube, but that's what I watched. Like on Mahone's YouTube, there's a. You appreciate the gifts to that Rocka over to Char. Welcome to the pack, Char. We're all the cookies. We got plenty of. They deleted that part from the official VOD. Oh, you're talking about. I forget who has the clip, but I've seen the clip on Twitter a lot. I'm talking about Mahone's video, not the Ian clip. Tricky Jim. How long is this video? 20 minutes? Did Mahone actually talk to Ian or bring Ian on or what? Okay, hold up. I'll watch this clip here in a second. I appreciate the prime sub there. Happy Gil, welcome to the Rat Pack. Oh, yikes, we got plenty of yeps. He spoke with him not on stream then? Okay. Spoke with him but not on stream. That's what I assumed. All right, hold up. Let me just bring this over here. Pause music. Bring this up. Okay, hold up.
Ways to interpret this. However, Ian admitted to me that it was a BM. Ways to interpret this. However, Ian admitted to me that it was a BM. Okay, so I'm going to clear that air right now. I talked to Ian last night, and he admitted it was a BM, 100%. So all the deniers out there, he admitted it. Yeah. The deniers, yeah. He admitted it to me.
No way Ian has a baby mama. Using the term BM is a little bit weird. Yeah, using the term BM is a little bit weird because BM is usually like implied that it's like towards your opponent in whatever competition you're playing. I don't think Ian was like doing it to his opponent. I think he was he's looking at his friends in the crowd and then made the jerk in motion. Well, it was bad manners. I guess. When I think of BM or bad manner, I think about it directed at like your opponent though. I guess you could say it could work in that way as well. I guess it's still bad manners to do it, but I do think, yeah, I think it's, dude. I mean, this is like another one of those. I bring this up all the time though, where it's like this is like another example of it where you appreciate the 17 months there to lock, appreciate the 40 months Garchomp, appreciate the 5 months there Art Caro. It's like this. I say this all the time. Y'all have to like, or if you guys want to like operate and not look like a dingus, don't jump to conclusions until you know the whole story. Like people were jumping to defend Ian, saying that the motion he was making, saying the motion that he was making was him like rolling dice and stuff before Ian even made a statement. Like Ian didn't say anything at all, and people were like, "Oh no, he wasn't making a jerking motion with his hand. It was rolling dice or fist pumping." It was like, bro, you should. Why would you defend Ian before he said anything? Like you should. Mahone calling it BM might be trying to keep it family friendly on his stream. That's fair, yeah. Like, why would you jump to defend Ian and saying it's something when Ian hasn't even said himself what he did? Like, for all you know, Ian, when he talked with the judges, literally told them, yeah, the judges were like, were you doing this? And then Ian was like, yep, I was. My bad. I'm sorry. Like, you don't know. Like, the people who are defending Ian without Ian making a statement, it's just so stupid. You just look like a dingus. Like, if you're, like, there's no reason, because if you just make no statement, you can't be right or wrong. If you make a preemptive statement, you could be right, but then if you're wrong, you look like a dingus. Like, why would you make a preemptive statement? There's no reason to. You appreciate the 55 months there, well. I think it's definitely fair for Ian to have gotten some kind of penalty. I think the only thing up for discussion about the Ian situation is should the DQ or should the match loss have happened in top 8 or top 4? That's the only thing that should be discussed. That's it. There's nothing else to discuss. Unless Ian comes out and makes a statement, he's like, no, I never did a jerking motion. It was a fist pumping motion or roll the dice motion. But I think Ian's silence not making a statement about whether it is or isn't, to me, says that it was, for sure. To me, it says that the silence was that he fucked up. He knows he fucked up. Everyone knows he fucked up. And he's like, well, like, there's nothing I can do about this. I think if he truly was made a fist pump or was doing a die roll motion, then he would have said something and he would have fought harder. But his silence is pretty telling that he messed up. He knows he messed up, and he's like, I'm taking my L. That's it. Whatever. Life goes on. So the question just should be, should the match loss have happened in top 8 or top 4? The match slip wasn't signed, so by the rules of Pokemon, it should be issued in top 8. I thought people were saying that the match slip was signed in top. The match slip was signed. Dude, why is it spamming so much? Wait, are you spamming it that much in the chat as well? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the match slip was signed in top 8. But I think you can make an argument. You appreciate the 14 months there, Kayla Scott. I think it's okay for things to be a little bit more nuanced than that, though. No, he signed it after the jerk motion. Oh, he did the jerk motion then signed it after? I heard the opposite. That's why I thought there was such a big discrepancy here. I heard that he signed it before the gesture, not after the gesture. And that's why people are like, well, because the match slip was signed, the match is complete. Therefore, he's in top 4 at that point. Watch the clip, he signs it after. Oh, okay. Where can I find someone? Can someone link me the clip? The judge needs to sign as well. If he didn't sign, the judge doesn't sign anything on the match. Judges don't sign anything on the match slip. I think it's okay for there to be a little bit more nuance to things instead of just being like, well, the rules say once a match is signed, it's finalized, and anything done outside of the match, that match would then. I think it's things for to be a little more, because if you are saying that Ian made a rude gesture in the match, if you're saying he made it at the table in the across from his top 8 opponent, I think you could easily make an argument. Well, it should affect that match then, theoretically. I don't know. Yo, what's up, Evie? Trip was good. Hawaii was fun. If the camera angle wasn't on him and the chat didn't blow up about it, would it have been a match loss? Maybe. It depends if like, it depends how the judges and staff were learned about it. Was it because of the clip? If it was because of the clip, then if the clip doesn't exist, then they will never know about it. At least to the point or with enough time that it would actually matter. I mean, if they assigned him a top 8 win but disqualified him for top 4 instead of match loss per rules, would he have lost all of his prizing? Match loss in top 8 was a mercy. Well, yeah, if you get DQ'd, you get no prize. It doesn't matter when you get DQ'd. Yeah, if you get DQ'd, you don't get any prizing. I like Mahone's take on it. I actually watched the whole... I haven't really thought about that. Actually, I mean, I kind of want to listen to Mahone's take on this now, to be honest. Hey, what is the scene that I have set up for this?
Tens of thousands.
When is the set coming out? The new set's like 2 weeks, right? When it drops on PTC, just soon. Same day as Baltimore. Yeah, so 2 weeks from now, 2.5 weeks. So appreciate the raid for the win, TCG. You had a good stream. Are you streaming over here on Twitch now? I thought you only were streaming on the YouTubes. You think Terap? I mean, I don't think Terapagos is being hyped up at all, but so both multi-stream now. All right, that's good to see. Final result was super questionable, but that's not a rumor. We watched him lose in top 8. It's true. Yeah, I feel like Terapagos. Is not very hyped up. All right, let's watch it. Let's watch the Mahone video. I'm down to watch the Mahone video. Might do
Thousands of us viewers watched Fernando lose convincingly, and now he's the 2024 Masters Pokemon TCG World Champion.
I mean, it's true. I feel like the convincingly part isn't necessary though, to be because like I don't know. I mean, the matchup that was played is like how that matchup goes. Like it's not like Ian played way better than him or outplayed him or something. It's just like he found the canceling cologne early and beat him.
Any other news from the?
He did get 2-0'd, and the games were fast, but like that's literally how that's how all of Iron Thorn's matchups goes. It's like if you play against a Lugia with Fluttermane, how fast do they find that Fluttermane?
World Championships you guys want to talk about? There's a little bit of drama, huh? Man. Oh, man. All right. I made this tweet last night because I knew that I would want to come back on stream and be able to somewhat discuss it and talk about it. So what ended up happening that everybody's talking about at this year's World Championships was that there was an issue and a match loss was given in top 8 of the World Championships. And what I'm going to do is I'm kind of just going to tell the story, present the information, and talk about it. And just kind of shed light on what occurred, because the situation that happened was extremely confusing and weird for tens of thousands of viewers of the World Championships to experience during a live production. This chart says that Ian Robb defeated Fernando 2-0. Fernando Cifuentes, for those of you that are just joining us, is the world champion. In this match, we, as a community, watch Ian Robb face off against Fernando, top 8 of the World Championships. Keep in mind,
Do they still have this part like on YouTube where he like plays against Fernando, or did they like cut that and get rid of that?
there is tens of thousands of dollars on the line, prize money here. The prestige of finishing in the top 4 of the World Championships.
It's there. They cut it in the YouTube VOD. Well, no, they cut the gesture, but like everything else is there. Like him playing against Fernando is still in the VOD. They just cut the gesture. That's interesting. I would feel like this would be like one of those things, because like it's confusing to go back and like watch it. Like imagine you're someone who goes back and watches this VOD and you watch Ian beat Fernando, and then you see Fernando play in top 4. But is there any explanation? Oh, I guess they probably kept did they keep the part where the casters explain why?
Getting a Pikachu trophy. If you win your top 8 match, you get a guaranteed auto invite back to next year's World Championships. And yeah, you get the
They even reposted a video of just the match and it cuts before the gesture. That's so weird. Because it would feel like you would just like remove it all. I don't know. It feels weird to like keep some of it around.
the number 3, number 4 trainer card, right? There's a lot. Winning top 8 is huge. If you win top 8, you get on to top 4. Top 4 is like monumentally bigger than top 8. Ian kind of destroyed Fernando. I'm not going to lie. It's not close. I mean, Fernando maybe had some points where like maybe things could have gone his way, but it was a swift 2-0. The match was over and the set was.
But when you watch the VOD, you skip the commentating, so it's kind of weird. That is true. You do skip the commentary when you are watching through the VOD, and you just go from game to game. Yeah, that's true. You don't stick around for the caster. So it is like a little weird. I feel like they should just cut it, right? They should just like cut it from the VOD. If they're going to cut the gesture from the VOD, Ian got the match loss, just cut the whole match. I feel like the whole match should be cut. But then like, maybe it's equally as confusing. I don't know.
It was done. Here, Pablo is giving Ian Robb a winner's interview after the win. The match slip had been signed. The winner interview given. Everything seemed like it was a go. Even the graphics stated that Ian Robb was going to be in top 4 of the World Championships. Everything was concluded. What I'd like to kind of say is that it seems like everything was concluded. Tens of thousands of us viewers watched Fernando Cifuentes lose convincingly, and Ian Robb emerges the victor. Now, the moment in question, Ian Robb got a penalty. After the game was over, he was assessed a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. It's edited. They literally edited. It's got 1984, bro. It's gone. It's gone, bro. It's gone. Yeah, somebody post me the link real quick. Do not repeat this behavior, okay? This is the kind of thing that'll lose you $20,000, okay? Don't do it, all right? This is for history's sake, okay? I'm just putting this up here for history's sake, all right? Don't do this. However, you need to know what happened because it's important to tell.
Dude, it's just so stupid, bro. I don't know why Ian would do that. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it too hard in the moment. But yeah. It's so dumb.
There you go. He feels really bad about it. I mean,
that's mild. Come on. No, it's definitely fair for him. It's so doing that on stream. If it is like, there's basically no reason to think that it wasn't a, I don't know, a jerking gesture. Like you just shouldn't do that. Yeah, like there should be a penalty. Ian should get a penalty. Like 100%. It was a jerking gesture done on stream, done on the live stream. There should be a penalty for that. There should be some kind of penalty. The only questions that there should be, and if you have like, there shouldn't be another opinion besides this. The only questions that there should be is, what should the penalty be, and when should the penalty be assessed in terms of in the tournament bracket is like the question. There should be a penalty. When should the penalty take place? Because of, if it's not just a DQ, or even if it was a DQ, if it was a DQ, do you let, yeah. It also would be like, you could think about it as well. It's like, do you take this as something that is being, is Ian like doing this to his opponent, right? Is he like, you know, it's like imagine if you beat your opponent and then you flip them off after the match. That's very obviously done to your opponent, and in that case, like if you flipped your opponent off after you beat them, I would be okay with that going like one way or the other. Andrew goes into that. Okay, we'll wait until Andrew gets there.
I mean, he really regrets it. It was not a good decision, and he's in shambles about it. But honestly, it was just a bad decision, and he feels really beat up about it and is really going through it right now. I mean, you can imagine he's torn up. And I'm not here to discuss whether or not he deserved a penalty, because I think he did. Per the rule book, he did. Yeah, you can't do that. No, and I got nothing but love for Ian. And I think as someone who is an older member, I'm 35, right? As someone who's an older member of the community in a leadership role, kids are going to make mistakes. They're going to be stupid. They're going to do stupid things.
He is signing the slip right now after doing it. Okay, so he does the gesture and then he signs the slip. Okay. I don't know. I don't actually think so. For me personally, I know in the rule book it says like the signing of the slip is like the end all be all of a match in a competitive Pokemon TCG tournament. I don't think that's like, I think it's just kind of silly. I think there should be some nuance to it. Like if you do something immediately after signing the slip or around signing the slip, like it shouldn't be that. So the signing of the slip doesn't need to be like some, yeah, if like we can like determine something should be penalized in a match after a slip has already been signed, then let's go back and penalize someone for that. We don't need to like, yeah, it doesn't have to be like some, I don't know, the holy grail of the end of a match, of a Pokemon match.
It's not our job.
The game was over, slip or not. Yeah, like the slip is like, I don't know, the slip is like to officiate things, but it doesn't need to be like some end all be all, basically.
Yeah, we need to help guide them, help them be the best versions of themselves, and help make it through the challenges of being a young adult. And sometimes being a young adult means that you're going to do stupid things, right? So obviously Ian deserves a punishment. I think the punishment that he got is certainly going to haunt him for a very long time. He's going to have to live with that forever. He's been punished. You can't set that example for other people. He just has to live with that now, and that's tough. And yes, and he got punished severely. I'm not condoning his gesture. I'm not excusing it either. I think it's foolish of the Pokemon Company and all of us to think that when you get young people on camera, on stage, winning tens of thousands of dollars at a time, that situations like this aren't going to come up, right? Situations like this are going to come up. 100%. We got to look at how was the situation handled, and how do we hope situations like this get handled in the future going forward, because hopefully this is the last time something like this ever happens. Ian was kind of made an example out of, right? But anytime you get young folks in the spotlight, you know, making life-changing amounts of money, who knows, man? Who knows? You really don't know what's going to happen. I hope that people all learn a lesson from Ian's fall. And I hope that people take something away from this. And I hope that, you know, unfortunately, Ian had to learn his lesson the hard way. But I trust that Ian's a smart kid and that he's going to take a lot away from this as well, as someone who prides himself as a top-tier competitor and someone in the game who takes his play.
I do think the stream should be on a 5-second delay from now on. The stream is on a delay. The stream is on a delay for sure. Probably just in the moment. I think a lot of people in the moment didn't realize what Ian was doing, which is like fair. But when you go back and rewatch it and you're paying attention, it's pretty obvious what Ian was doing. But no, the stream is on a delay. And they do have like a safety person in the back. There is someone with a big red button, whatever. But I think like if it's just like happening in the moment, it's very like reasonable for people to see what Ian did and then just like be like, oh, okay. Nothing seems to be off here.
Play very seriously. What was decided in Ian's case was that Ian was going to get a match loss for his unsportsmanlike conduct. And I agree with that penalty 100%, and I agree that he should be penalized, and his behavior was in no way justified and is unacceptable. What happened was,
I agree with that as well. Like I don't know if it should be a match loss. There should be some penalty and it should happen, but I think you could make an argument that it should maybe be a game loss. I think you could make the argument that it should be a game loss. I don't know, you have to draw the line somewhere, obviously. I don't disagree with it being a match loss personally. I don't know what it should be. I haven't really thought about that hard about what it should be. A match loss seems fine. But if they had said a game loss, I wouldn't have been like, probably should be a match loss. I'd be like, okay, a game loss also seems fine. If they said like he was DQ'd, I mean, DQ would be a lot. I don't know if I'd be against Ian being DQ'd for this either, though. Like, if Ian had gotten DQ'd for this... No, I think that seems like a lot. I think being DQ'd seems like a little bit like a lot. Like, a little bit too much. So I think I like the match loss, game loss, match loss, somewhere in there seems correct.
Was that they decided to retroactively give Fernando the win over Ian in top 8. Even though Ian won the match and we all watched Ian win the match 2-0, they decided to go back and give Fernando the win instead of Ian, so that Fernando would ascend to top 4 of the World Championships instead of Ian. This was decided instead of giving Ian a disqualification, instead of giving Ian a match loss in top 4. Obviously, the second Ian BM'd, the integrity of the event was disrupted the second Ian earned himself a penalty. Because you have someone who won their match was not going to be able to go forth and simply play his top 4 opponent in the way he had earned the right to be able to do through the gameplay. As competitive viewers and competitive people, we want to see the tournament integrity maintained as much as possible, right? So, in my opinion, you are just...
I would just give Fernando the win, but then just immediately just give Jesse the top 4 match win. I don't know, that's interesting. That is interesting. I guess you could give Jesse the top 4 match win as well. I mean, it's weird. It is a little weird to be like, okay, we're letting another... It is a little weird to me to be like, we're giving another player the opportunity to play the game as punishment for Ian. So it feels weird if they're like, okay, the only reason we're going to give Ian the match loss in top 8 instead of top 4 is because we want to give Ian a further punishment of not just a match loss, but match loss without top 4 prizings, which is weird. Watch the Control Players Unite video. I mean, you can link it in the chat if you want. I can look at it. I mean, I'm all for the idea of trying to play as much Pokemon as possible. I think a good example of this would be like, or like where we should want. That's what happened, right? Well, do we know for sure that that's what happened in terms of? Do we know that's for sure what happened in terms of like, is that why they did it like that? Do we know for sure? Do we know that's for sure why they did it like that or no? They want to give Ian a match loss without giving him an invite to next Worlds. That's only speculation but plausible. Yeah, it's like we don't know that for sure, right? Because we haven't heard. Because either Ian would have to say something, and if they told Ian that, either Ian would have to say something if they told Ian that, or like the TPCI would have to make a statement, right, as to like that being the reason that he was DQ'd in top 8 or top 4. Like someone told me, now I'm not gonna say who it is, but this is once again, this is one of those things where it's like this feels like speculation. I forget who even told me this at Worlds. Like the reason that they DQ'd Ian, the reason that they DQ'd Ian in top 8 instead of top 4, or gave him the match loss is because they want to stream 2 top 4 games. So, and that also kind of seems a little bit absurd. And then that one I think would definitely fall under like jeopardizing the integrity of the tournament. It's like the only reason that you gave Ian the match loss in top 8 instead of top 4 is because you wanted to stream the top 4 game. That feels weird. I feel like if anyone coming to that conclusion, like there should be enough people who are that feels weird that should not be the reason that would happen. That just sounds nuts. Yeah, exactly. So when someone told me that, I was like, I don't know. That doesn't sound correct. That doesn't sound correct. That sounds a little weird for sure. As far as just trying to like maximize, I do like the idea of trying to get people to play as much Pokemon as possible. The one situation that kind of comes to mind is the finals. I thought was Ian needed punishment, but not Fernando being rewarded. Yeah, was the finals of LAIC when Danny Altavilla won. He didn't. The finals match. There was no finals match because his opponent was DQ'd from the tournament. But then why they should have let the other top 4 competitor, as long as they could like find them and inform them that they had the opportunity to play in the finals, they should have had them play. In that situation, it's definitely different because there was cheating involved. The player was DQ'd for cheating at LAIC 2018. I wonder if I can even pull it up. I forget who the player was. Let's see if I can find this real fast. Yeah, this is the one. So this one right here, where Danny won, and Galaz lost to Danny Pedro. I don't know, Henrique or whatever, Henrik. However you say that. So this Galaz lost in top 4. I forget. Danny beat Clifton, and then Danny's supposed to be finals opponent beat Galaz in top 4 as well, and then Pedro was DQ'd for cheating going into the finals day. But I feel like Galaz should have been given the opportunity to play against Daniel then, for sure. Galaz should have been given the opportunity to play against Daniel. Like, it's weird that was the outcome of that situation.
Pivot.
Oh wait, we actually have we have the stacking clip here. Is this? I didn't even know this existed. What does he do? Is he just leaving the top card on top or something? I can't tell what's happening from this. Run it back. Watch the muck. Wait, how far back do I go? Top card never changes. Wait, like from the... Did he put the muck on top? The muck's on top. And then the top card never changes? Does the top chart card not just change right there? Am I tripping? It maybe changed once. Oh, then he chose not to cut. All right. Well, I'm not going to get too deep into this, but my point was that I don't think it, like, for these kind of situations, to just try and, like, because this involves cheating specifically, so it's a little bit different. But my point was, like, I feel like Galaz should have had the opportunity to play against Danny in this tournament, but that's not what happened. They just gave Danny the win, and yeah, there was no finals match played. But I feel like in this kind of situation, it would not jeopardize the integrity of the tournament for Galaz to have gotten the opportunity to play against Daniel here at all. And it shouldn't be viewed that way. Talk about Eder getting top 32. Honestly, the Eder thing is just kind of, dude, so I feel like I was like in the mix of the whole Eder situation, what happened, but y'all are getting, dude, it's over. Like, why are we still talking about Eder? Like, what is the point? Why do you guys keep bringing up Eder still? There's no point to do it. He wasn't banned. He played this season. He got top 32 at Worlds. Like, what? Like, he's not going to get banned. Like, you guys talking about Eder's not going to get him banned. Focus on the next thing. Focus on the next thing. I don't care about Eder anymore. Do I think he should have been banned? Yeah. Would it be best if he still got banned? Sure. But, like, bringing it up doesn't do anything. It's not going to change anything. Eder's not getting banned. You appreciate the 59 months there. Horsey, 7 months as well, coming in from Hockey Dude. Because he cheated live on stream? Yes, and everyone knows it. And people at TPCI know he cheated live on stream for sure. There's no way they haven't seen it. This is not going to change anything. You guys bringing it up is not going to change anything. Us constantly bringing up Eder doesn't change anything. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, it just feels like a waste of time. Why are you guys wasting your time and energy? Stop wasting your time and energy. It's just a massive waste. All right, let's get back to this video. Azul, is there a world where they just nullify the match and replay their top 8 match off stream? Ian's game was top 8A, and there was another top 8 stream game after this, so they had the time for it. I'm not quite sure what you're asking, Doku. What do you mean? Did you see the guy who put his boss's orders back from his hand from the discard pile during Worlds? The video on X? Yeah. Is talking about this going to change anything? What, the Ian situation? No, but the Ian situation is interesting. It's talking about, like, what should happen in the situation. The Eder situation is just over. That's what I'm saying. The Eder situation is over. It's done. It happened. It got brought up. Everyone discussed it. Everyone talked about it. Everyone wanted him to get banned. Like, yeah, it's just over. It's just over. The Eder situation is done. All right.
Just asking yourself, what's the least disruptive solution to the integrity of the event? Either A, they were going to promote Fernando, who lost, match slip signed, Ian did his interview, Ian filled out top 4 paperwork, all that. Either you're going to reverse an outcome that already happened, or you're going to give a free outcome to someone who maybe didn't earn it. What's the best thing to do to uphold the integrity of the event? Is it to promote somebody who lost, or is it to give somebody a free win ahead of you? And I think most people, as we can see from this poll that I did, we've got 7,200 votes. Most people think that the best thing to do is to give Ian a match loss in top 4 because he won his top 8 match. So then if he gets a penalty, assess it for the future round and say, all right, you've got a match loss for your next round. You're out of the running, right? Reversing an outcome that happened is definitely worse for the integrity. And that's the thing. And I think that's the problem that the community has with it is that tens of thousands of us watched one outcome occur. And then, like, what's the point of watching that? Like, what was the point of watching the game and playing the game? You can't undo things that have been done, right? Like, you can't retroactively, like, undo the entire games that happen. That's kind of what the community's problem with it is. If you give Ian a match loss in top 4, you're not undoing history. That's the least bad situation because somebody won off a penalty, yeah, but at least you didn't undo anything that happened. Undoing stuff that happens feels like a greater evil, right? As far as like the tournament integrity goes. And keep in mind, guys, none of this has anything to do with Fernando, his quality of a player, or how proud he should be of himself for his accomplishment. Fernando went on to win the World Championships. And that's why this is such a big deal. Because we all watched Fernando lose in top 8, and then TPCI reverse that outcome because of unsportsmanlike conduct. And then that player went on to change the trajectory of the World Championships. And that doesn't really sit right with a lot of competitive people. The outcome of the World Championships was decided.
That's interesting. I guess like the question is should so like if Ian had done the unsportsmanlike conduct in the middle of the match, then I think like after game 1, let's say Ian wins like a really intense close game 1 and then does the BM, the gesture, people would probably be fine with him in the middle of the match. Is like, okay, you should be at that point, would you say you should get a match loss and then his opponent should advance? Would people care as much? Like, it was in the middle, like after game 1. After game 1 happens, Ian does the gesture. They're like, all right, match loss. Would people care as much? I don't think so, right? It's because it was like the match was over. Right into the same motion and got to put on a highlight reel on stream. It's not the same motion. It's pretty obvious that they're two different things. And yeah, it's not the same thing at all. During the game, yeah, because you don't see Fernando actually lose, so the integrity is still upheld. Yeah, I guess, right? We don't see Fernando lose. At first, I was kind of on the side of like, we should just play as much Pokemon as possible. It's very obvious Bradner fist pump. Yeah, people who are trying to compare like Bradner's fist pump to Ian's, Bradner's gesture to Ian's gesture are just reaching for no reason. I don't know why people are reaching. Like if you like, I feel like there's people out there who have problems with Bradner, which aren't completely unjustified, and then they're just like reaching for another reason to be mad at Bradner. It feels like that is it feels like that's what people are reaching for. It's like, hey, I don't like Bradner. How can I dislike Bradner more? And then go from there. Because like if you just watch both things, they're just completely different. And once again, we can just look at the fact that Ian has come out and said absolutely nothing. Ian has said nothing, which once again I feel like speaks to Ian being like, yep, I messed up. Just gonna let it die. I'm gonna move on. We go next. So like, unless Ian is going to make a statement where he's like, I did not make a lewd gesture, I was just fist pumping, which he would have probably done immediately if that's how he felt, because it makes sense to do it immediately to defend yourself. The fact that he didn't do that is pretty telling of the situation. Yeah, pretty telling. I was going to say something else, but now I completely forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, this is what I actually had this discussion with Grant at Worlds. Manly, we were talking about because he's like, he thinks the integrity of the tournament was definitely jeopardized, and at first I was like, nah, I don't know. My thought process going into these kind of situations has always been we should just try and play as much Pokemon as possible. We should literally just play as much Pokemon as possible. But that's the same hand motion, bro. If you watch both things and you come away thinking that, I can't help you. You got it. You'll have to tackle that one on your own, Campa. I cannot help you. If you watch both clips of both gestures from Bradner and Ian and come away thinking that they're exactly the same and the intention is the exact same, I just can't help you. You have to, it's something you have to go figure out on your own. He admitted to Mahone that it was BM. Yeah. We also don't know what was said backstage. Like I said earlier, we don't know what happened backstage. Like if the staff and judges take Ian backstage after they realized the gesture had happened on stream, and we're like, hey, Ian, was this what we think it was? Was this BM? And Ian was like, yep, it was. I'm sorry. My bad. I'll never do anything like that ever again. They're like, well, we still have to give you a penalty for it. Like, you don't know because Ian hasn't said anything and neither has TPCI. So like it could be, and obviously like, if that came out, then it would be that simple. But yeah, once again, the fact that Ian hasn't said anything, I think like speaks volumes in terms of the result or what was intended in the situation. But yeah, my thought process in these situations has always been that we should just play as much Pokemon as possible. So in the situation when I was talking about this with Grant at Worlds, I was like, I don't know. I feel like it's fine that Fernando kind of moved on and played. Does TBTI make you sign an NDA in these situations? No, I don't think so. No. Like if you're taking backstage to discuss a ruling in your tournament run, there's no NDA that's signed before you do that discussion. What was I saying? That's always been my take, is like we should just play as much Pokemon as possible. So Fernando moving on doesn't seem that terrible. I mean, like the only thing like I said, the thing would be just like, do we think, despite the outcome of results of matches, the question would just be at that point, despite the outcome of results of matches, do we think any BMing, lewd gestures in a match against an opponent, despite a match being concluded, should that be able to alter the result of the match? And I guess honestly, maybe not. Now that I talked about it with Grant at Worlds, and now that listening to kind of Mahon's take on it, I feel like maybe it does overall jeopardize the integrity of the tournament. Which, like Mahon said, no hate towards Fernando at all. He's just there playing Pokemon and was told he could play another game of Pokemon, so why not?
Guided by something other than the cards themselves. Whenever you're assessing a penalty, or whenever you're trying to like withhold the integrity of the tournament, you're trying to uphold as much integrity as possible, which means you're messing with as little as you possibly can. That's why you give your opponent the penalties going into the next game, because the previous games already happened. The previous games already happened, and you can't change what happened. And that's the precedent that is set in almost every other judge ruling that we as a community have ever experienced. You never change what happened. And that's part of why the community is so up in arms and feels so bad about it, because they feel like we just got men in black. Like, they feel like TPCI just came in with...
If the slip wasn't signed, then the match wasn't over yet, so it wasn't after the game. I'll watch it after this, Pilla. True, but I guess the question should be just should that. I mean, that is interesting, right? Because like once again, like I said earlier, like if he makes the gesture in the middle of the game, like he wins game one, makes a gesture, and the result of the gesture is match loss. I don't think anyone would feel too terrible about it being a match loss, right? No one would feel terrible about it being a match loss if it was like after game one, right? But the fact that it's not after game one and it was on after the match, which the match concluded, Ian won, Ian does the gesture. I mean, they didn't sign the match slip yet, but like I said earlier, I don't care too much about the match slip being signed or not signed, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure.
The men in black, and was like, you did not see what you saw. You did not see Ian Robb win in top 8. And it's not because we feel like, you know, Fernando is an undeserving player. It's not because we feel like Chile doesn't deserve it. I'm so happy for Chile, and I'm so happy for Fernando. Good on you. An amazing accomplishment, yes. However, it feels like the integrity of the event was not upheld. We have a world champion that tens of thousands of people watched lose. In fact, we have a world champion that you can go watch lose in top 8 right now. You could go watch the world champion lose in top 8 right here. Like lose 2.
Well, the concept that the match slip being signed is once it's signed, the match result is supposed to be final. That's why Mahone is all over this. Yeah, I mean, we'll watch the rest of Mahone's video here, but it did happen before the signing of the match slip. So if you're that hell bent on the match slip being the final say in everything, if something is discovered that happened during the match before the signing of the slip after the match, then you should still be able to retroactively go back and be like, well, it happened before the signing of the slip, therefore we can apply it to the match on hand before the slip because the slip had not been signed yet.
2-0. It usually feels as like a Pokemon community, you rally around the champion who we all watched win top 8, top 4 in the finals, right? We all get to witness it.
So after you sign, you can go full asshole? I mean, maybe, I guess. Yeah, no. Well, no, but I mean, maybe the match would still stand, though, I guess. Surely the match is decided after the win condition is met. I don't know. I don't know the full rule. It sounds like the match slip is supposed to be like the end all be all of everything, but I appreciate 11 months there, Galaxy.
Even if there's like a minor judge call, like even in the case of like Shintaro Ito's loss to Henry Brand, it felt really bad to watch Shintaro Ito lose to Henry Brand, because of a slow play penalty. Like, that feels terrible. But at least we could say, like, most of that game was decided by the gameplay. Not only was 0% of the top 8 decided by gameplay, and because that's the key difference. If Ian had gotten a match loss in top 4, then 0% of top 4 would have been decided by gameplay. And that's true, right? But not only was 0% of the top 8 match decided by gameplay, the result was the opposite of what the cards decided. And that feels bad. It's better to give somebody a free win where at least you're not contradicting what happened in front of tens of thousands of people, rather than give somebody a free win where you're directly contradicting what happened in front of tens of thousands of people. That's why we're talking about the integrity of the event. The major problem that everybody has is that this solution feels like the most amount of integrity was lost. Instead of Ian having to play against Jesse,
people only care because Fernando ended up winning. If he didn't win finals, nobody would care. That definitely is interesting for sure, Andy. Like, I don't know how much more people would care if he didn't win. Well, I don't know if that's true, though, because I feel like people were talking about it before the finals had even happened, right? So maybe it's more so the Jesse match. Like, if he hadn't beat Jesse, maybe that's, like, the turning point, right? Yeah, maybe I feel like that's maybe a little bit more the turning point. Weird defense to talk about integrity whilst defending the guy who doing lewd gestures in front of kids. But that's like two different things, though, which I think is maybe part of like Mahone's point and like everyone's feeling in general, because I understand the feeling that people have, and I have it a little bit myself, I guess, as well. Once I've like kind of thought about it and talked about it more, like those things are kind of separate from. They're like two separate things. Like, no one's saying Ian shouldn't get his penalty. We're just talking about like how should the penalty be applied. It's not like everyone thinks, and most people, most reasonable people, hopefully all reasonable people. Yeah, no one is defending Ian's actions. Everyone thinks Ian should have got a penalty. It's just like to uphold the integrity of the tournament to the highest standard we possibly can. What should that result be? What penalty should it be, and when should the penalty be applied is like the question. And like Mahone is saying, a lot of people feel this way. Like Mahone is saying, a lot of people feel this way. Like Mahone is saying that the result feels like it jeopardizes the integrity of the tournament, and there was a better way to handle it, probably. Yeah, I feel like people kind of. Like I said, like maybe if Jesse didn't lose if Jesse had beaten Fernando, maybe people would feel differently about the whole situation. I feel like people were already kind of up in arms, though, after Jesse was beaten. So before the finals had even concluded, Fernando not exactly winning yet, people were already kind of up in arms a little bit.
You now have Fernando, who lost in top 8, get promoted to play Jesse. Jesse is a 13-0 player, you know, and then you have Fernando able to upset Jesse. So now you have someone who lost their top 8, got promoted through a judge ruling, and the game's reversed, upsets the undefeated player at the World Championships who is making history by being undefeated at the World Championships, right? You can see why people are so upset. You literally, like history was being made with Jesse's run, 13-0, right? History was in the process of happening, and then you took history in the making and you undid it with a judge ruling that reversed the previous outcome of the game that tens of thousands of people watched.
It was kind of crazy. Yeah, Jesse was 13-0, right? Personally, I think it should have been a DQ. Then Fernando can move on with it saying Ian was DQ'd in top 8 match rather than that he lost. That probably would have felt a little bit better. People like, before the match concluded, we issued Ian a DQ. Because it's weird to have like 1-2-0 and then be like, we're issuing you a match loss. But isn't it kind of the same thing? It's just like one is harsher than the other. So it's like, what should the severity of the penalty actually be at the end of it all, I guess? I don't know. You appreciate 39 months there, Victor.
And then Fernando went on to win the World Championships.
That's a bad argument if he's going to go undefeated. It doesn't matter who he faces, and Jesse faces Fernando earlier that day and won, right? I don't know if Jesse faced Fernando earlier. Maybe it's possible. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's like that shouldn't be like, Jesse's situation shouldn't impact the like ruling, obviously. So that doesn't really matter, to be honest. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Like Jesse being undefeated in the World Championships shouldn't impact the outcome of the ruling. Like obviously that shouldn't impact the outcome of the ruling. The ruling should just be like, what did Ian do? What should be the penalty? And then where should the penalty be applied, basically.
After everyone watched him lose. It's a tough spot for the community to be in. The community just really wants to see the cards decide the outcome of the games. We want to see the best decks win, and we want to see the players who earn their spots take home the largest prizes. Not to say that Fernando didn't earn it, but we all watched.
Why couldn't they just have Rahul and Fernando play a top 8 match to decide the top 4 opponent? Well, that'd be a little bit weird because that'd be like mess up the seeding. They'd have to like reseed top 8 basically, and everyone would like bump up one because Rahul played against Michael Davidson for the top 8 spot. So you wouldn't put Rahul against Fernando. You just have to. I don't know. Is that how the seeding would play out? Maybe it would actually. Maybe I'd have to like go look at the bracket. If that's how the seeding would play out, I guess like I guess you could. I mean, that would have to involve a DQ on Ian's side, though. You'd have to be like DQ Ian. You have to determine that DQ, not match loss, and then bump up 9 into top 8, and then whoever should be playing who. But that'd be so weird because I don't think you'd ever do that just because other matches is already concluded at that point. So you couldn't do that. You could DQ Ian. But you couldn't let Rahul play against Fernando. You can't do that. Because you couldn't do that, I don't think. I mean, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. They took him back while considering if Ian should be DQ'd. Rahul does have a picture with a top 8 mat. They took him back to consider if Ian should be DQ'd. Oh, really? Interesting. Well, yeah, Rahul would have been bumped up into top 8, which would have been fine. If Ian had gotten DQ'd, then all of a sudden Rahul would be like 8th or whatever. Like Rahul would finish top 8 at Worlds on the DQ of Ian, which would be fine, and he'd get the prizing for it. But he shouldn't get to play a match. You shouldn't get to play a match.
Watched him lose 2-0, right? And you can't just erase that memory from the community consciousness. You can't, right? As much as maybe TPCI wishes that they could, they can't. We all watched it. If Fernando and Ian Robb's game didn't happen on stream, maybe it would have been easier to pull a little switcheroo like that. The unfortunate reality is that it did happen on stream. And we all watched it. And we all watched Ian do a player interview afterwards where he was congratulated on his win, and he started mentally processing being in top 4 of the World Championships. And they updated the graphic to show us that Ian was moving on to top 4 of the World Championships. And obviously, 76% of the 7,000 responders think that Ian should have been assessed the penalty in top 4 rather than top 8, since top 8 was already done. Now, this is kind of crazy.
I mean, those other things really matter, to be honest. The like Ian doing the winner's interview or being moved along in the bracket. Because if you discover something later on, you should try and fix it. Like if someone cheated, like you're gonna go back and like remove the cheater and yada yada yada. I mean, this isn't cheating, so it is a little bit different, but
now they have on the chart that Fernando 2-0'd Ian.
That was funny. I remember when I saw that they should have just like left it at like put a line through it. They should have put a line through both of their match results. Maybe they don't have that on the graphic. They didn't think the situation would happen, obviously, but it should have been like two lines. I don't know about 2 zeros, but it should have been like two lines or something.
Which is not what occurred. This is what the book 1984 is about. Fernando didn't 2-0 Ian. That's not what happened. You can obviously see why the Pokemon community is really upset about this. And it has nothing to do with Fernando, really. Good for Fernando. You have an incredible accomplishment. You're in an elite club of world champions. And don't let any of this controversy tarnish that for you. I want to make that extremely clear. Fernando should be incredibly proud of his accomplishment. He fought hard and he played some amazing Pokemon to get there. None of the disappointment with the result should go anywhere towards Fernando because it's not his fault and he is just living out an incredible situation that happened to have fallen in his lap. Even Ian Robb was saying he was cheering for Fernando because Fernando seemed like a really great guy. This will always be a World Championships that kind of has an asterisk next to it. And that's really sad. It's unfortunate. It felt like the World Championships, the biggest tournament of the year, was being decided by something other than Pokemon cards. Not just a judge ruling, but that games, the worst thing that could possibly happen, games that already occurred were undone and treated as if they never happened. And that's our biggest problem with the outcome.
Yo, what's up, Chris?
Thank you, guys.
All right. I mean, I'm actually still kind of torn, to be honest. The more we went through, I'm still a little bit torn on this. I'm still a little bit torn, to be honest. I'm actually not 100% sure where I stand. Pilla, I'm just going to time you out, bro. I already told you. I have the video. You need to go to bed. Bye. Yeah, I'm a little bit torn. We can watch this other video that Pilla's been pushing in chat. Yeah. Do you think the same outcome would have happened if they didn't have to stream both top 4 matches? I mean, you don't have to stream both top 4 matches. You just don't stream it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I still am not 100% one way or another. Yeah, I'm still not 100%, to be honest. It's close. I'm just trying to think about like let's say something more egregious happened, right? Let's say a match ends, and then like you stand up and shout something at your opponent and flip them off, right? You appreciate 13 months there, Sweeney. And you like flip them off. Join Mahone's channel, Azul. Oh, you mean the member thing? Are you allowed to hit the gritty after the match slip is signed? Apparently, yeah. I mean, what Remy did that after OCI series. I mean, do you see that I posted about the VGC player that flipped off the audience? I did, yeah. I mean, that was a long time ago. Do you have like a take on that, Evie? It feels worse that a player wanting was DQ'd for something that had no outcome on the game than Ian's gesture itself. What's the gritty? It's a dance. It feels like the production team had some involvement, no proof. It just feels like that we wanted a top 4 match to stream, so that was the only option. I mean, maybe. I mean, we'd want some confirmation of that. He BM'd the match. He should lose the match. He BM'd. See, that's how I feel a little bit as well, Mainstay. Like, I understand both sides. I actually just don't. I don't have like a. I don't know for sure if one feels better than the other. Yeah, like he BM'd. Like I said, like if you beat your opponent, stood up, shouted at them, and then flipped them off after beating them, there would be a point where it would be like, okay, that should maybe just end in a match loss, right? If you BM'd your opponent so bad, it should end in a match loss. The question would just be like, at what point? And like, I think you could look at Ian's BM, and it's like a little bit more neutral. He's not doing it to his opponent. It's just kind of more like a celebration gesture with him and his friends. I assume when he was looking at his friends in the crowd there. So it's like, It's not like Ian stared down the opponent and BM'd. Yeah, exactly, right? So are we saying there's different levels of BM? Or like if a BM ever constitutes a match loss, it should always happen with the opponent that you're in the match against? Didn't Mahone confirm he said it was BM? Yeah. It was definitely, Ian made a lewd gesture on purpose. He knew what he was doing. Is there another YouTube that full on disagrees with Mahone's take? I don't really see a lot of opposition. I mean, not that I know of. I don't know. DQ would be insane though, so good they did not do that. I don't know if DQ would have been insane. It would have been insane. It feels a little bit too harsh, but yeah, when you take it to the extreme, the answer seems obvious that the match loss should be assigned for that match. I think the ruling is correct for consistency and therefore integrity of the whole tournament. Yeah, that's how I feel a little bit for sure, Horizon. It doesn't feel terrible. It doesn't feel terrible to go that way. I just can't see. Hold up. Some question, but I haven't figured out what BM means. BM means bad manners. It just means being like rude and disrespectful. Arhan, we can watch this other video. We can start this other video. We'll see what this is. Plush was pushing it for a while, so I'm down to check it here for a second. Hold up. All right.
Control players denied.
Hey Control Nation, I'm Dr. Red. This video is presenting a rules analysis of the Ian Robb controversy at Worlds 2024. First, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to watch the video of what happened, and I'll commentate along the way. Second, we will explain the controversy, followed by an analysis of the Play Pokemon Standards of Conduct.
Bro, this is like a super in-depth. This is like it's like I'm watching like a legal video on on YouTube with this one.
And the tournament rules. Then I will suggest 3 debates arising from this situation in the Pokemon TCG community, and finally conclude. Please note, ladies and gentlemen, this presentation is not attempting to justify TPCI's rulings, only explain what they are and how they apply to this situation. You are welcome to make up your own minds about it all, and please leave a comment as I enjoy reading what you think. To begin, this topic so far has been covered
1.5, yeah, we could probably up this one.
By Flex Daddy, the Machamp King, Mellow Magikarp, Opossum Bud, Rock Sandy, the Shift Gear Podcast, the Teach Me Pokemon Podcast, Tricky Jim, and Verlicify. The links are in the description. But let's get to it. What exactly happened at Worlds 2024? Here are the final moments of Ian Robb's match versus Fernando Cifuentes.
Potentially here, you could find some help. We'll display it safe. It looks like nest ball, but the Earthen Vessel's already there. Oh, we're flying. Oh my goodness, is it all there? He's got the switch.
Cifuentes shakes Robb's hand, and then the gesture in question happens. Robb starts to clean up his side of the board, but then watch this important detail. Right there. He goes to sign the match slip after he makes the gesture. To summarize, Ian Robb materially wins, by which I mean the concrete game as played on the tabletop. He defeats Cifuentes in the gameplay. He then makes a lewd gesture in celebration. And to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, it was not a dice rolling gesture as some have said. Andrew Mahone, the owner of the YouTube channel Tricky Jim, whom we referenced earlier, tells us that he consulted Robb in person at the tournament, with Robb admitting to him the gesture is lewd. Last, Robb signs the match slip, solidifying the end of the match, and everything proceeds accordingly, his post-match interview, etc., until we get to the top 4 match, wherein we see Cifuentes make a second appearance. This graphic, ladies and gentlemen, shows what viewers saw on their screens and in person as per the tournament bracket for top cut. The first graphic shows Ian Robb advancing to the semifinals, or top 4, having materially defeated Fernando Cifuentes in the quarterfinals, or top 8. The second graphic shows an updated bracket with Jesse Parker advancing to top 4 and facing off against Cifuentes instead of Robb. The reason why, ladies and gentlemen, this detail is important is because players were wondering why Jesse wasn't promoted directly to the finals. In other words, why did he have to face Cifuentes when Cifuentes materially lost? It is also important to note, ladies and gentlemen, that Ian Robb was given a match loss and not a disqualification, because if he was disqualified, his name would be removed from 7th place in the rankings on the official Pokemon website. And with that being said, let us look at the Play Pokemon Standards of Conduct and Tournament Rules, because these documents are where the answers lay as to why Robb was given a match loss and Parker not promoted to the finals. To clarify, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking only at the relevant parts of this document, and we are using the most recent edition. Let's start with the tenets of the spirit of the game. Rule 2.1.1 reads, as a game, Pokemon is meant to be fun for all parties involved. When a game ceases to be fun, players find other things to do. By contributing to a safe, friendly atmosphere, participants can be instrumental in helping those around them enjoy their experience. The rule goes on. Players should refrain from causing unnecessary delays to games or engaging in behavior that may negatively impact the experience of those around them. The reason why this statement is so broad is because there are too many possibilities for what can go wrong. So an overarching principle of what sounds like be family friendly is what guides the kinds of decisions in Rob's situation, with this rule being directly applied. Next, we're just noting gross infringement of community standards just to be comprehensive. The examples they give are quite serious, but we don't need to establish anything further thereof. What we do need to establish, however, is that for streamed matches, penalties are taken more seriously, presumably because of children's exposure to unacceptable behavior and language at a G-rated event. One might say the players are already in the metaphorical hot seat when on stream. Rule 3.6.2 reads, rules and infractions committed during streamed matches that are not immediately addressed may be identified and penalized upon subsequent review of match footage. Additionally, certain kinds of penalties, especially those related to unacceptable behavior or language, may be escalated when the infraction occurs during a streamed match. We also need to note, ladies and gentlemen, that, quote, the Play Pokemon program adopts guidelines rather than rules when it comes to penalties, end quote. That's exactly what we said just now in reference to the overarching.
This video, I'm just going to say this video is crazy. I mean, I like these kind of videos. It's kind of crazy that someone's doing this like for a ruling in the Pokemon community, though. It's just funny.
Family-friendly principle. The rule goes on to say that penalties may be increased or decreased in severity based on the individual circumstances of the situation. The entire clause is basically saying that Play Pokemon reserves the right to go back and review anything questionable and take action thereof, hence the delay in issuing Rob his match loss. Now let's look at the tournament rules.
I mean, everything so far, it sounds like I don't actually know the conclusion of this video, but it seems like so far that Pokemon did everything by their book in terms of the penalty being given to Ian, and like per their own rules. Like they literally just followed their own rules, it sounds like. Now, you could argue that the rules should be changed, but it sounds like they've followed their own rules up to this point so far.
To clarify again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking only at the relevant parts of this document, and we are using the most recent edition. The kind of gesture Rob performed qualifies as an unsportsmanlike conduct resulting in a match loss. More specifically, it is, quote, behavior that displays a lack of respect for the enjoyment of others in attendance, end quote. This phrasing is in accordance with the Standards of Conduct Rule 2.1.1. Play Pokemon gives a number of examples, but again, there are too many possibilities here to list them all. Judges have to interpret the rules to fit unique situations, and Rob's situation best fits under this one, 7.3.1.2. Now let's look at the match slip rules. Remember, Rob signed his slip after he made the gesture. Rule 3.4.4.1 states that match slips exist as a written record of the result from any one match, and, quote, once a match slip has been signed, that result is considered final, end quote, which means once signed, the slip cannot be changed. Rule 4.5 reiterates the same thing, namely that, quote, once a match result has been recorded on a signed match slip, that result is considered final and cannot be changed, end quote. But Rule 5.8.1.1 is the key match slip rule. It states, quote, the match ends when both players have agreed upon the result and signed the accompanying match slip, end quote. Unlike the previous two rules, which state that the signing of the match slip makes the result final, the key phrasing in this rule is, the match ends. Because until the slip is signed, the rule suggests that the match is still going on. In other words, one can infer from the rules we've reviewed, TPCI holds that material tabletop gameplay is the game, and that the match includes more than tabletop play, including the conduct of the competitors and the signing of the match slip. That is to say, because Ian Robb made the gesture before signing, as we saw in the video, the gesture is considered part of the top 8 match, not the future top 4 match. And because the gesture is part of the top 8 match, he gets a match loss, thus nullifying rules 3.4.4.1 and 4.5. Let's look at another match loss rule. Rule 7.2.6.1 states that, quote, when one player's conduct infraction irreparably compromises the integrity of a match, end quote, a match loss is issued.
Yeah, all Ian had to do was sign the slip before making the gesture, and then he would have gotten DQ'd in top 4. Because it literally just sounds like Pokemon is following their own rules for the outcome of the situation, to be honest.
As compared to a disqualification. Rule 7.2.6.2, which applies the previous rule, states, quote, if this penalty is issued between rounds, the penalty is applied to the player's next match, end quote. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This rule is the reason why Jesse Parker was not promoted to the finals. As far as TPCI is concerned, the round had not concluded due to the match slip not being signed, so the penalty was not counted as being issued between rounds. If the gesture came after signing the match slip, the result would hold, and the match loss would apply to the top 4 match as per rules 5.8.1.1 and 7.2.6.2. Therefore, according to the tournament rulebook, TPCI was right not to pass Jesse Parker into the finals and to instead grant Fernando a top 4 match. So what happens now? Minimally, ladies and gentlemen, I want to suggest that there are at least 3 debates coming out of this controversy worthy of discussion. First, should the match slip rules exist? And by rules, we mean 5.8.1.1, the signing of the match slip as the official result, and 7.2.6.2, the penalty between rounds. I think, ladies
before he gives his take here, my take is no. I don't think the match slip should be some, like, what did someone say in the is it Soto who said it? The match slip is the holy scripture or whatever. Like, I don't think the matchup should be like some weird end all be all. I think you can add nuance to the situations and kind of like go from there. I'm curious to see what he says after this, but I don't think it should be. I think the match slip should be like, obviously it's like it's just kind of like a checks and balancing. It's like, yeah, you won, or yeah, I lost, whatever it might be. But I don't think it needs to be some end all be all where like you couldn't argue here. Like, based on their rules, it sounds like everything was handled correctly procedurally for Ian's result, to be honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, this question is what has the players up in arms the most. Players are arguing that the material gameplay has nothing to do with Rob's gesture, and that for this reason, the match slip rule is unfair, or it ought to be changed such that Rob would lose in the top 4 instead. Second, did Ian Rob's behavior compromise the integrity of the match? The thought is, what he did had no bearing on the material outcome, so how can integrity be an issue? I think, ladies and gentlemen, the issue here with Rule 7.2.6.1 is actually about brand integrity. Pokemon is bigger than a card tournament and is built around children's entertainment. Compromising a match's integrity for TPCI is more than whether Ian Rob makes a lewd gesture, because the brand's integrity is also on the line. Now, ladies and gentlemen, TPCI is not perfect or anything like that, only that it is a business, and what Rob did has the potential to damage the brand image to consumers, in particular the parents who buy Pokemon products for their children. So giving him a match loss signals that they take their brand identity seriously. In other words, it's not so much about the match per se, but the entirety of the Play Pokemon experience and what the company is about. But TPCI's consistency on this issue is another matter entirely and outside the purview of this video. Last, how do we understand Cifuentes' win? No one is blaming Fernando for competing and winning, just that there is an asterisk next to the victory. Did he truly earn the win, or was it merely gifted him by TPCI? These questions arise in light of his material loss to Ian Rob. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. What did I miss? Where am I wrong? Please leave a comment about the whole situation. Take care of yourselves, and may God hold you in the palm of his hand.
That was a really good video, actually. Yeah, so, I mean, by Pokemon's own rules, I think Pokemon really, literally, for this situation, it seems like they actually just followed their rules, to be honest. I do disagree with, like, the match slip thing. I don't think the match slip thing needs to be, like, some final end-all, be-all of situation where, like, that's what it would be. I think you can add some nuance to it, and, like, I don't know, someone said just apply some common sense to the situation, and, like, that could allow things to be ruled differently depending on the situation. But, yeah, honestly, in this situation, for Ian's situation, it seems like... it does seem like that Pokemon literally just followed their rules to come to the conclusion on what should be the result of Ian Rob's situation, to be honest. Which is, I guess, like, technically a good thing. Like, that does offer some amount of transparency and consistency from TPCI, right? Like, if they're just going to consistently follow what's in their rule book, that seems like a good thing. Now the question would be like, from there though, you could still disagree with their rules, which is what you should be advocating for a change of. Is like, we've seen how the rules can lead to a flawed outcome, so because of that, we think the rules should change, which is fair. But it definitely takes away less from following their own rules created this situation, so maybe the rules should be revisited. Yeah, for sure, for the win. That can be like, once we've seen like a flawed outcome because of the rules, that can lead us to question the rules and then be like, okay, well, what should change to make it better for the future, right? But actually, this video was super sick, actually. I actually really liked it. Control players unite. Yo, appreciate the 57 monster mellow. All right, let's play some Pokemon. I don't know what time it is. I didn't plan on streaming too long today. I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm getting back into doing the streaming thing. Consistently. We're talking about Bradner's 5-minute turn. I mean, Bradner got a warning for it. I didn't watch what happened after that, which would also be a question. But it sounds like he maybe should have got a double prize penalty after the 5-minute turn. I mean, at the end of the day, you just have to put it on the judges. You have to be like, the judges need to be more enforce the rules of the game if you think the rules are being broken. Sounds like he took way too long of a turn, and I believe he did get a slow play warning, right? Matchups should be the in case policy for the chance of mispairs, botched match results, etc. Yeah. Cal Connor got a DPL for slow play on stream too, and what happened to him didn't seem as bad. I'm gonna have to go back and watch both of them. I'd have to go back and watch. I mean, so that would be a great opportunity for someone to make a video comparing both of the situations. Are you going to Baltimore now, or are you staying home? Staying home. I did actually check the other day, and Baltimore is actually sold out now at this point. What's the worst thing? What's the worst thing about Hawaii that people want a hot take after the long absence? The worst thing about Hawaii? I mean, humid, I guess. It's humid. More humid than California. Just cop on the VOD, someone else said this, but I definitely think that no one would care nearly as much if Jesse won. There's a ton of bias in most of the analysis going on recently. I do think you've been pretty unbiased this stream. Thank you for your content. Of course, Ray. Yeah, I mean, like the I think I agree. I think people would care less if Jesse had won. I think people would care a little bit less. Have I talked about your Worlds run already? I have not, no. I could. Did you watch the interview of Fernando Cifuentes in Z Lab? No. Did I try the ahi tuna poke bowls? I had a lot of fish. I had an insane amount of fish while I was in Hawaii. I've been consistently sending you updates from the Billabong on the evolving gator list. I haven't seen him, Molly. I haven't seen him. You play Lax at Worlds? I did, yeah. Playing Wide at top 8 Worlds? Never lucky. Also on Pocket? I mean, seems like whatever. Thanks for trying the Pikachu and hope you liked the Snorlax dice bag. Yeah, the bag is sick. I appreciate that, Ink. I'm gonna give the subs for you to Nessie as your pop-off next time you have a stream match. Not many. I'd have to actually watch the Nessie, though. What deck did I play at Worlds? I played Stall. Why did I play Lax at Worlds? Nothing seemed any better than it. Yo, appreciate the 18 months there, Davey. How's the matchup usually go if Jesse, if Ian plays Jesse in top 4? I think it's pretty close. It's probably like 50-50. I play any side events? No. How'd I finish with Lax? I lost my winning into day 2. Appreciate the 3 months there, Swagsy. Would have made top 8 at least with United Wings? True. If Worlds happen again this weekend, do you think Drago's the most played deck? Probably. Or dude, you played Lax, gotta had you on Drago for sure. Nah, Drago's gonna be too popular. I didn't want to play a bunch of mirrors. What was the most fun thing you did in Hawaii other than Worlds? Probably snorkeling. Went snorkeling. I don't know, I did a couple of things. Snorkeling, fishing. Does Resistance carry over into day 2 now? It does, yeah. Do you think Kirim was a mistake of a card? I think Drago's a little bit polarizing. It's a little bit too good. No auto invite with top 4 this season, so now you gotta play some cups and challenges. No, I'm still not gonna play any cups or challenges. I'll probably just try and top 4 and IC for my invite this year. Like, I'm gonna go, do you see the CC turtles? Yes. Saw the turtles. Are you surprised that Zard underperformed considering the deck shares it had? No. Zard was not a very good play for the tournament. I don't know about Tord's deck, but I wouldn't call Tord's deck a conventional Zard list. What if chat gave you memes to play at challenges? I don't know, maybe I'd make some content videos with it, but what am I leaking the lax list? I mean, it's nothing special. It's the list that you can look it up on Limitless. It's the list that Ryan Antonucci played. Did I throw any of my games? No, I lost to. I mean, I guess I could do like a. I don't. How can I pull up like my? Is there any way to like find my tournament run though? Where can I find that? Let's see. I pull it up on PokeData, right? All right, let's see. I can't click it from there. Dude, I wish I could get the... I don't know why YouTube chat is, like, not working for me. I wish I could get the YouTube chat to work. Let me see if I can get the YouTube chat to show up for me real fast. On my chat thing. I just need to like log out and log back in again, to be honest. It might be one of those situations. Let's see. Fixed one time. Dude, what the heck? Why is it not fixed? I don't know, maybe I just can't fix it, to be honest. Never lucky. All right. All right, let me find my thing. Oh shoot, and it's loading. Yeah, I'm loading it right now. Let's see. I just gotta, I'm unloading, I'm loading it. Okay. All right. And stall like one, or stall did like nothing at the tournament overall. All right. Where's the thing? All right. So I did play the Snorlax stall for the tournament, and this is the list that we ended up going with. I don't know. I guess I'll like talk about the standout cards 2 Rotom, because you just want to be consistent. Until I say gust your Rotom early, you need your second Rotom, so you gotta play 2 Rotom. Not playing 2 Rotom is still like a joke. Not playing 2 Rotom is cringe. 2 Ogerpon, because you just want to beat Charizard. You don't want to lose to Charizard, so you just beat him with the double Ogerpon. Also, like double Ogerpon, you utilize double Ogerpon against what's it called in the late game as well? Regidrago. Like you'll just sit there with 2 Ogerpons, and then you'll just loop them with a handheld fan. You sit there with double Ogerpon, handheld fan loop with pennies. So double Ogerpon for that. Double Mimikyu. Why do we play double Mimikyu? There's a matchup we played double Mimikyu for, but I can't remember it off the top of my head now. Yeah, there's a matchup we want double Mimikyu for. I don't remember what it was though. It was for something. It's actually double Mimikyu is actually really good. Double Mimikyu Thorns. Oh yeah, Thorns. It was for Thorns and also really good against Bolt, because against Bolt you don't really need to, against Raging Bolt, you don't actually have to like trap something with Snorlax. You can just put a Mimikyu in the active against a Raging Bolt. And if they retreat the Raging Bolt, you can just bring it back up. It has 3 retreat costs. So they don't really want to, they can't hard retreat it that many times. So your game plan against Raging Bolt is just 2 Mimikyus with 2 Bravery Charms. And then you just sit there and then you just kind of win. Does this not just auto win Thorns? They can't retreat? No, because you can't draw with Rotom, so you like they beat you eventually. Thorns will beat you eventually. Cologne. Well, the Cologne, Thorns needs to save the Cologne for the Mimikyu. They have to clone your Mimikyus. We played 2 Mimikyu, mostly just because we're like, all right, we're gonna hope the Thorns players only play 1 Cologne, because most stalls up to that point had only been playing 1 Mimikyu. So we're like, all right, maybe they'll only play 1 Cologne, and then we'll just beat the Thorns players because they can't get through 2 Mimikyu. Was kind of our hope, but that was our hope. So, and the Mimikyu was actually really good against Bolts. So that's why I didn't play against a single Thorns the whole tournament, but I played against 3 Raging Bolts. So the Mimikyus were good against that. Just get down 2 Mimikyus, put some charms on them. And then Pidgeot V we play in here so you don't deck out, and then obviously it combos with 4 Sealstone, yada yada. 4 Penny, of course, 4 Arven, 3 Sisters. 3 Sisters is really, really important for the Drago matchup specifically, because you just want to find their cards. You need to find their prime. You want to find their prime, their Cologne. Yuri, obviously, for the same reason, you still play 2 of those. We played 2 Boss. Honestly, Boss just got, it feels like you gust way more. Like, things don't die. You just need to gust way more. So we played 2 Boss's orders. That was fine. Yell Cheer, of course. You still have to play an Invitation. Invitation, honestly, I don't even know if you need Invitation anymore in the deck. I'd have to, like, test without Invitation to see if you don't need it. Also, I'm not even sure you need Team Yell's Cheer anymore. You can maybe just play 2 Silene, no Team Yell's Cheer, to be honest. I'd have to, like, test that, but... and then we did play Giacomo and 3 Temple of Sinnoh to have some chance against Lugia. I think you are still unfavored despite us playing this package. I was advocating for us to not play the Giacomo Temple of Sinnoh package. I was like, I don't know. I think we still lose. And I think it is still an unfavorable matchup. You can, like, if the player doesn't play perfectly on the Lugia side, though, or not perfectly, but, like, very well, then you can beat them, obviously. But, so we played the Lugia package. I played against 0 Lugia. None of my wins really, like, matter too much, to be honest. Yo, what's up, Jesse? Congrats on the top 4. So the Lugia matchup is kind of... Lugia matchup is still unfavored. It's still unfavored, despite, like, Giacomo. We thought Lugia was going to be a little bit more popular as well. We thought Lugia would be more popular than it ended up being, for sure. We thought it'd be a little bit more popular, but it wasn't. That's fine. We played the 3 Temple of Sinnoh, the Giacomo, to have a chance against Lugia. It's still unfavorable. Honestly, Erica's Invitation, I don't know if you need, to be honest. You can maybe just play 4 Flute. We went to 3 Flute because we had to make room for the Temples of Sinnoh. And honestly, Flutes are, like, you need Flutes, but I don't know, 3 Flute felt pretty comfortable. But like I said, you can maybe cut the Erica's Invitation for the 4th Flute anyways. Like, I don't know how good Invitation actually is anymore. And then obviously 4 Gear, 4 Nest Ball, 4 Counter Catcher, 3 Palpad, maybe could go down to 2, 1 Switch Cart, because you do want some maneuverability, even though you don't play stuff like Mantine or Chi-Yu. Like, if you open a Rotom, you want to be able to get it out of there with Switch Card if you can't afford to play the Penny on the turn, whatever it might be. So still just 1 Switch Cart. Heavy Ball, of course. I'll talk about the tools real fast. 3 Bravery Charm, 2 Handheld Fan. Definitely would have liked a 3rd Handheld Fan, but 2 is, like, sufficient. You can't go less than 2. You need it for the Guardy matchup. You need it for the Regidrago matchup. But honestly, a 3rd Handheld Fan would be nice. 4 Sealstone, obviously, to combo with the V Pokemon. And then the Secret Box is basically just because I feel like you probably shouldn't play Secret Box if you're not playing the Giacomo Temple of Sinnoh. So the secret box just combos to get the whole combo off against the Lugia player. So like turn 1 you could go Arvin and you can Arvin for secret box, and then like turn 3, or like if you can find the secret box, if you can Arvin for the secret box, then secret box can become Giacomo, Temple of Sinnoh, Countercatcher, Handheld Fan, and then you trap an Archeops in the active. So basically the game plan against Lugia now that you have Handheld Fan is you just trap Archeops in the active with a Snorlax, and if they attack with Archeops, they lose an energy, and then you penny your Snorlax into a new Snorlax with a Handheld Fan. They attack you again, you push another energy back until they have no energy to attack with Archeops, then you win. But they have like just enough resources plus the early game pressure that they can put on before you can set up your combo that you can just lose. You can just lose before that happens, or they'll have enough resources where they can draw past until they draw like Stadium plus Jet or something. So because you can just wait until they draw a Stadium plus Jet, then it's like not quite enough. So like you kind of need the Giacomo. You can't just win with Temple of Sinnoh plus Handheld Fan plus Penny on a Snorlax. You like need the Giacomo to like also pressure them a little bit, so they can't just sit there with like a Chinchino on the bench with like 5 energy until they draw Jet Sinnoh. So you need to like pressure them a little bit. So you need like the Giacomo on top of the Sinnohs, it feels like. But even then, I think the matchup is still unfavorable. Like you can add all this stuff for the Lugia matchup, and it is still an unfavorable matchup. I think it is still an unfavorable matchup, unfortunately. So you can't really tech your way out of it. Moving forward, I would definitely cut all of the tech cards because I don't think Lugia is a very good play moving forward, thanks to Thorns. Thanks to Thorns and Miraidon, which should be more popular moving forward. I'll do a tier list video because I'm sure someone's going to ask. I'm not going to do a tier list video right now. I'll probably do it next week. Or yeah, I'll do a tier list video next week, like leading into Baltimore. I'm not gonna do one right now, but we do have Baltimore coming up, so I'll do a tier list video for Baltimore as we get closer to that. But yeah, that's a list. It's stall, nothing super special. Secret box is cool if you're gonna play the text for Lugia. And it is kind of nice overall. It just like fully sets up your board in one turn. The secret box does, which is nice. So if you're cutting the Lugia stuff, what would you replace secret box with? Just cape. Just put a cape in there. Yeah, just put a cape in there. The secret box is just really, really nice when you're playing all the Lugia, because it finds your Giacomo aggressively, finds you another temple to work with, and then it gets you a tool card, which isn't like too hard to find, but helps you find it. Have you seen the Iron Valiant One Prize or Blood Moon Ursaluna deck? I have, yes. You appreciate that gets us up there. Sue over Lugia Bot. Welcome back to the pack, Lugia Bot. No Heroescape Purge Raging Bolt matchup. I don't know. They can usually get enough energy and play to one-hit KO whatever they want anyways, so I don't think it really changes that matchup too much. Like they need a couple more energy to KO your Rotom, but like not a lot. Like they'll get there eventually. It could like theoretically buy you one more turn for Mimikyu though. I mean, I don't think it really matters too much in the Mimikyu matchup because it's still a 2-hit from the Sandy Shocks, right? Sandy Shocks is still 2-hitting you. I guess it would just be if they played Flutter Mane instead of Sandy Shocks. We're just playing the matchup with the idea of Sandy Shocks. So like Charm does the same thing for Sandy Shocks. The only thing that would be different would be Y3 Sisters, because Sisters is really good against Drago to get rid of their Cologne and their Prime Catchers and stuff like that. Would you put the Vest back in without the Lugia stuff? I have no clue. I haven't thought about the deck that much. I'm just saying what we played and why we played it. I haven't thought about like moving forward though. I haven't thought about that at all. One for each sister. Yeah, exactly. And then I guess I can talk about my matches as far as those went as well. Ox seems way better than Cape overall. I mean, the Cape's better against Drago. Cape's better against Drago, and I'd have to go through all the matchups. That might be it for the most part, but that's a pretty big matchup, right? It's a pretty big matchup to be better against, so. So my matches here. Round 1 I had to buy, because I did end up top 16 for the tournament. Round 2, and let me try and remember literally everything I played against. Round 2 I played against Guardy, and it's pretty straightforward. Like I just did the Fan Snorlax combos. Like it was pretty straightforward, easy dub. I didn't play anything too crazy. Oh, if I'm remembering correctly, actually, they did play double Turo, but it wouldn't have mattered, I don't think, if they had it. But they prized a Turo both games. Like both games, they prized a Turo. Actually, this is one of the matchups. The Guardy matchup is where you need like the double boss. You want to be able to boss. You want to boss as much as possible in that matchup. Yeah, beat a Guardy. Then I played against a mirror match, but they played Chi Yu, so that's pretty bad. I played against a mirror match in round 3, but they had Chi Yu. But they played it a little bit poorly in the early game, and they gave me like an opportunity to actually win the match. I was able to get the match down to a point where if on their last Silene they hit double tails, I would win the game. I just win the game. So it did come down to a Silene. It shouldn't have gotten there, I don't think. But yeah, they took it really slow. They did open with an actual like completely dead hand, but at some point I believe they got access to Rotom and just decided to not use it, to try and dig to get to their resources more aggressively, to give them more like odds of like drawing into being able to like chain Silenes and stuff. Just get into the Chi Yu more aggressively, like find their penny, play their penny, and they were playing like they were playing thinner lines of everything. Like it seemed like they were playing like 2 Palpad, 2 penny, or 2 Palpad, 2 or 3 penny. I think they definitely prized the penny though. They maybe play if they did play like stuff like the 3rd Palpad, they definitely prized it because they only went through 2 Palpads. But they eventually found their Yelchier. They didn't prize Yelchier or Silene, unfortunately. If they had prized either of those, I think I actually would have won. But I got down to a point where if they hit double tails on Silene, they still have Pidgeot left, but I could have filled their bench. It's actually kind of funny. I could have filled their bench with Erica's Invitation and trapped them out of being able to reuse their Pidgeot ever. Because their hand was just full of Pokemon. So I could have just sat there and just recovered Erica's Invitation, used it 4 or 5 times in a row, and then eventually they wouldn't be able to use Pidgeot to recover it in their deck, and they would deck out. I didn't get to that point though, unfortunately. Round 4, I played against Raging Bolt. I think the match was pretty close. They also played Vacuum, and I don't know why. I was gonna ask him because I know Jeff. Maybe just Jeff. He played a switch instead of a switch card. He played 1 switch card and 1 switch. I don't know why. I was gonna ask him about it after the match, but I forgot to. But I won game 1. The Vacuum's a big deal in that matchup as well. He played the Vacuum. That sucks. That's rough because it gets rid of a tool card, which means Sandy Shocks gets a KO on a Mimikyu, which is what he did 2 of the games or 3 of the games. I don't know why he played a switch, but he played one switch card. So there's like, it's not like he had 4 switch cards and I was like, all right, 1 switch. That'd be kind of crazy to play in Raging Bolt. But yeah, I got donked in game 3, or effectively donked. I effectively got donked in game 3. I effectively got donked in game 3. I just went Mimikyu pass in game 3. Won game 1, I believe, lost game 2. Both those games were close. And then, yeah, game 3. Round 5, played against another Gardevoir. They definitely didn't know how to play the matchup appropriately because they put out double Curlias. So if you don't know, in the matchup, as Gardevoir against Stall, your bench basically wants to be like Klefki, Fluttermane, Ralts, Gardevoir, and that's it. But they went TM Evo, put out 2 Curlias, and I was like, all right, they don't quite know how to play the matchup. So took advantage of that. So that was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. They made that big mistake. That's like a pretty huge mistake in the matchup as well. Makes it really, really easy to win. And both Gardevoir players, I would have 2-0'd them, but like the matches never concluded. Like I beat them game 1 and then time ran out before game 2 concluded. But I was going to win in game 2 both times as well. So beat that Gardevoir as well. Once again, they didn't have quite the full understanding of the matchup. Then round 6, played against a Raging Bolt. This one was close. They had the Fluttermane. They didn't have the Vacuum. They played really well, from what I could tell. But yeah, it was just close back and forth. Barely able to eke out the 2 wins I got in the end. I think I did 2-0 them, if I remember correctly. They maybe took a game. I don't fully remember. We maybe did go to 3 games. I don't remember. They had the Fluttermane, so they had the answer to the Mimikyu. And they played really well besides that, like thinning out their hand of their basic Pokemon and like getting them out of the deck, putting them in the discard pile, minimize the flute potential. And then I played against Landon, Caitlert, also playing Raging Bolt, but Landon did not play an out to Mimikyu. So game 1, bench Mimikyu, conceded. And then game 2, my Rotom almost got donked. I think a Snorlax got KO'd, and then I had no out to a basic Pokemon in my hand. So I went, well, Bravery Charm to Rotom, draw 3. Whiffed the knockout, and then I went bench Mimikyu, game over. So quick 2-0 there. And then on the winning in for day 2, I played up against Ancient Box with the Pecharunt, and it's basically an auto loss. They played it a little like weird and conservatively in game 1, so I thought they maybe didn't fully understand that they just win, that they literally just beat me. In game 1 they played it really weird and really slow and conservatively, so I was like, maybe they just don't understand they just win this matchup. And they're like giving me, like, we sat there for like 5 or 6 turns with them not attacking. They were waiting till they could one-hit KO stuff, but like I feel like they weren't like even playing supporters when they could have to like build up to attack and knockout. So I was like, all right, maybe if they draw all of their non-item cards and I Misfortune Sisters away all of their item cards, then possibly I could beat them. It didn't happen. I lost game 1. Game 2 though, hold on, it gets interesting. So I chose second. So I was like, all right, I haven't tested this matchup at all, but I know I lose if they get a Roaring Moon that can attack and Petron in play. So I was like, I'm gonna choose second so I can go Arven for Flute and 4 Sealstone for Flute immediately. And just double Flute them before they have a chance to interact with their deck too much. I was like, I could go first and then maybe I should get Rotom, draw 3, but then it's like, then they get to like play a supporter. Maybe they find the Petron. So I have to minimize their outs to finding Petron, maximize my outs to finding, maximize my outs to finding the flutes. So I chose second. They went first. They actually opened a dead hand, and I got the double flute off, and I hit 4 Pokemon, and their hand was completely dead. Like, yeah, they had nothing in their hand. And then they top decked the Pecharunt. If I had had one more turn, I could have played. My 3rd flute was in the deck. I checked as well. I was like, I opened like Nest Ball for Rotom, played my Arven, got the flute, 4 Sealstone for flute, hit 4 basics, and they were playing like they were playing all the water guys too, so they had a ton of basics. So it would be pretty reasonable to hit enough basics. Yeah, I caught the Greninja and the Suicune Pokemon, I think. But I only got 4. I got 4 total. It was like Fluttermane, Second Moon, Suicune, Greninja. So I was like, okay, I win. If they don't bench Petron next turn and I get my 3rd flute, it's almost guaranteed to hit a basic Pokemon in their deck. Like, they would play a very high basic Pokemon count. I was feeling pretty good, but then they top decked Pecharunt. I also just didn't know if they had a supporter, but their hand was dead. I learned afterwards that their hand was completely dead. So I almost got them. But even then, even if I had gotten 5 Pokemon on the bench, and then maybe they concede game 2 really quickly, I'd have to do it again. I have to do it again. I would literally have to do it again. So it was like pretty unlikely. Even if I was able to squeak out game 2, it was very unlikely I would win game 3. Yeah, because all I have to do is basically bench Pecharunt. They do have to get a Roaring Moon down as well, I guess. I guess like theoretically they could win with Fluttermane attacking over and over as well. But I guess it wouldn't have to definitely be a Moon. But Fluttermane's a little bit slow. So that's where I lost my winning in at that point. And tournament was over with the what's it called? Yeah, I can't beat Ancient Box Petch. It's pretty tough. Can't switch into Flutter with Petch though. Oh yeah, true. No, I guess it would. Yeah, you couldn't use Flutter. It literally has to be Dark type, right? Yeah, it has to be Dark type. So it literally has to be a Moon. It has to be a Moon. So I guess I could lock them at a Moon off the bench. Yeah, game 2 they opened a Moon. So it was just like, will they find the Petch, or will I find 4 basic Pokemon or 5 basic Pokemon? Not quite. Yeah, almost was able to squeak a game out there, but like I said, I probably would have lost game 3 anyway, so it's like not a big deal. But yeah, that's the tournament run. I'm not like overly disappointed with my run. I didn't prep that much for Worlds this year. I definitely want to prep more next year, and I'm gonna prep more for the ICs in general as well. Those are the only tournaments I actually plan to go to for sure. I plan to go to all the ICs and Worlds. We'll see what regionals I end up going to. I'm gonna figure that out as the season goes, but I'm not going to anything until LAIC for sure. So my first tournament of the year is gonna be LAIC, but I'm definitely gonna up my practice regimen leading into the ICs and Worlds. I do plan to like win an IC or top 4 in IC to get my Worlds invite. So that's going to be like my plan to get my Worlds invite this year, or like win a regional or something. That'll be the plan to get the invite. I'm not worried with trying to end up top 125 or anything like that, because I'm not going to go to that many. I'm not going to go to like every regional, and I'm not going to any local tournament. So that'll be the plan to get the invite this year. I was considering a Klefki tech in Lax for Pecharunt. It would have to already be out of energy, so I'm not sure if it would work at all. Yeah, Sacramento. Oh no, I'm gonna go to Sacramento. Sacramento's too close to not go to, but there will be a new Uncommon Energy podcast this week. Yeah. What's a good practice routine look like? Is it different from testing? I mean testing, like testing with my group. Appreciate the 3 months there, Donnie, and appreciate the 15 months there, Blizzy memes. Yeah, I mean like testing with my team. All right, well that was my tournament run, my worlds run. All right. For some reason, YouTube chat is still broken. I don't know why. It's just really annoying. Why isn't it isn't fixed? I don't know how to fix it. What's Guardy's plan versus Snorlax? It's bench only good Pokemon. Man, I have one more thing I can try and do to fix this. Let me try one more thing to try and fix this, and then if not, then we'll just continue. Did we talk about the only lost box in Worlds Day 2? It was Marco, right? I was trying Curlers and Fluttermane, but fans made it really hard to win, even with 2 Turos. No, the matchup was unfavored. It's like a bad matchup for Guardy with the fans. The fans make it a bad matchup. Pretty bad. Henry Bransack, he didn't make day 2. I did, yeah. I don't know if I was gonna play with it today, but I probably won't play with it today anymore. I'll probably try and play with it tomorrow. Yeah, probably not gonna play with it today anymore, but so the plan will be I forget what I was saying, but I was saying something. I appreciate the 53 months there, CFS. Appreciate the 3 months there, Barcat. Yeah, it's a bad matchup. It's a bad matchup. You shouldn't like tech for it. I mean, learning the matchup is good. So if you get the opportunity to be able to beat it, depending on how you draw, you should take advantage of that, obviously. But yeah, definitely should take advantage of that. But it's tough. Is Petron an auto loss for lax, or are there any techs against it? I'm pretty sure it's an auto loss. I don't think there's anything you can really do. Yeah, you could do like the clef key. Wait. What is Petron's retreat cost? Is it 2? Yeah, because like, you could do that theoretically, but that's probably not, doesn't work. 1. Yeah, so everything on their board is gonna have like 1 retreat cost. I mean, you could try it. The clef key would be like the only possible answer, but I don't think it is a good answer. If you joust the fan, does the fan discard first, or does the energy move first? I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, so I'm gonna fix this list. I'm gonna change this over to Jesse's list. There was definitely a rescue board, right? It's written in the card, it discards first. Well, they're talking about Joust discarding it, right? Is that written on the energy card? Even if this card would be discarded? Oh, does it actually say that on the card? I guess it could. It wouldn't be that big of a surprise. What's it called? Fan? If the Pokemon that this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, move an energy. Well, no, that doesn't answer. I don't think it answers. Just reading this doesn't answer that for sure. Oh, it says on Joust. Before doing damage, discard all tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. Oh, okay, you're right, yeah. So the damage isn't applied yet. Okay, cool, yeah. Alright, what am I missing here? The Greninja and the Zapdos? And then town, I got the town store. Need a second switch card. Just one Bravery Charm, 2 Forest, no Stretcher. 2 Double Turbo. I'm missing 1 card. I'm missing one. Is it just an Ultra Ball? Just an Ultra Ball. All right, we're cooking. We're cooking. The only thing I don't like about this list is only 3 boss. I've always been a big fan of the 4 boss, but so it goes. I've always been a 4 boss enjoyer. Oh, should I have opened this? Oh, and no. I was like, I could have used fleet-footed, but I want to put the thing here. I would rather put the rescue board here. Oh, maybe I should have opened Billy though and put the rescue board on the Billy. Yeah, I guess I probably should have done that. Maybe I should open Billy and put the board on them because I'm almost always using Billy here, right? I'm never not using Billy. Uh-oh. Are they cooking? What are they cooking? Should I be scared? Oh, wait, I have a heavy ball in this list. There's no heavy ball on the list. There's one more card I'm missing, actually. Messed up 1 card. I messed up 1 card. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I messed up, though. What is this? They're cooking. I could go for the KO on this. Wait, is it just Dusknoir Darkrai? Wait, no, didn't someone play this at Worlds? Who played this at Worlds? Tim Danklins? Yeah. Luminion? Oh, I'm missing Luminion. Okay, I'll change it after this. How do I approach this matchup? I kind of want to KO this. That seems like the threat. Then, honestly, it seems like Iron Hands is probably pretty good. I think I should just like, how should I take anything? Maybe I shouldn't have actually even used this. I feel like KOing the Darkrai makes the most sense. And then, I mean, are they gonna pop 2 of these next turn and then just KOing this wins me the game? But if they pop 1, then I could go Iron Hands win on the Squawk. I don't need to take Iron Hands now. I could leave my bench open. YQKO on Darkrai seems good. Oh, that would be something I could do. Yeah, true. I have to fill my bench. Shoot. See, I feel like I shouldn't have used Tandem Unit yet. Would I go like... Oh, no. Well, I already took it. But now I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill my bench. That is, the Raikou KO on this is nice, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill my bench. I probably will be able to. Yeah, let's just go for it. Yeah, I shouldn't have Tandem Unit yet. I shouldn't have used it. I should have chilled. Alright, I'm just gonna put this here. We're just gonna say it's gonna be okay. Okay, it was gonna be okay. Alright, So the plan is KO this with Raikou, which is pretty sick. Do I want to conserve the nest ball? Not really. And if I don't know, they could do something weird and like rock sand me next turn, right? So I feel like I should just get Mew. They might not even attack me though, right? Let's just put Mew in play. And I'll conceal some cards. Okay. Grab these two. I don't really want to play this. We should play this first always, right? Only one kind of sucks. Oh, I could have fleet-footed first. Oh no, I couldn't have fleet-footed first. Hold on. I take it back. Don't talk to me. I'll just put this here. I don't need to use it though, I don't think. Yeah, we should save it there in case we get Roxanne or something. I appreciate the 4 months there, Enzo. Alright. It's pretty good. I like the start. I'm feeling alright. This is where second stone is nice with Lum for when you want to save your stone. Yeah. Let's see what my opponent can actually do here, though. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot now for sure. I think they're cooked. Alright, how do we lose? Clops, Nor, KO Mew, Roxanne, Bear KO. That would be tough. I didn't know they played Roaring Moon though. They do apparently. Let's see how that goes. Alright, well they got it set up. They don't have a stadium though, so they're gonna have to hit me with the Frenzied. Are they not cooking? Are they cooking? Okay, now they're cooking. What do they got? What do they got? They're not recovering the Darkrai because they had the Stretcher. They could have got it back. Maybe they're going for... Oh, Dippity. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Pretty good card. I need so little on this next turn, right? I like need nothing. Well, that's not true. Well, no, if they frenzy gouging me, I need like nothing. Well, I guess I still have to attack with a 3 energy attacker, unfortunately. Huh. I could get Iron. Well, do I want to get Pheasant Dippity, or I could just attack with Iron Hands, I guess. And I can keep. Well, I guess I can attack with a different Miraidon as well. I don't have to attack with Iron Hands, actually. I can go Dippity. If Lum was in your list, you could potentially nest for Lum. True. Huh. If Motivate was 30, that'd be pretty good. I think it's got to be a Dippity angle, right? Okay, oh, it should be Dippity attack with Zapdos, right? Dippity dose. Yeah, it should be Dippity dose. I don't want to lose my Miraidon. I don't think. I think it's Dippity dose. Oh, wait, then we have this to win the game, though. So I guess it could be Dippity. Well, I guess I don't need Miraidon to find anything else. I guess I could attack with Miraidon, actually. No, but I would rather attack with the one prizer, right? That makes their prize trade more awkward. Okay, sure. Concealed cards first. What is the move here? Concealed first? First research? No, because I think I'd rather Arven, right? I'm actually not sure. Let's just do Dippity. It might end up being a research angle. I don't want to give them a stadium, although it matters less now. There's no tool for me to get anyways with this. If I concealed cards to get to an Arven, well, I guess I have the energy now, so should I always concealed cards anyways? Sheesh. It's a whole lot of nothing. All right, hold up. Ultra Ball? I don't know. Let's get rid of these, I guess. I guess maybe there was an argument just to use the 4 Seal Stone last turn to get it just in case I lose it. So what is my... I have to attack with back-to-back Miraidon Zapdos into KO. So I guess I attach the Zapdos here, right? think so. And then research, and we just need to hit a generator. Or two! Alright, maybe they're cooked now. Yeah, I think we got them now. I was a little nervous, though. Ooh! I mean, do I have a generator left? I do have one left, right? Okay, we're fine. I'm feeding him the one prizer for this turn. So I guess I could like attack with Squawk Ability for the turn, actually, and like load up energy. Research did come in clutch there. If you're going to Baltimore, what would you play after seeing Worlds results? I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. All right, I think we got them cooked here. I don't know what they can do from a board like this. I guess I could set up another Roaring Moon. If I was going to Baltimore, what would I play? Right now, it would probably just be stall without the Lugia attacks is what I would play. Is stall without Lugia attacks would be what I'd play. Like co-stream Baltimore. I'll watch day 2. I probably won't watch day 1. Day 1's pretty... day 1 of regionals, like the overall quality of the games is usually pretty mid. So I'll probably tune into day 2. Seems like we win. Yeah, I think we got him. Yeah, I think we maybe have them here. They might be cooked. Oh wait, hold on. They're not done yet. Do I have 4th Jenny in deck? I think so. I hope so. Oh wait. No, they can't do that. Okay. I just pushed Squawk here, right? I was like, wait, they can go Dusknoir KO this, KO 2 prize or win. They can't do that though. They can't do that. That would be I got scared for a second. I got scared. They could maybe Gus KO my Miraidon though. But we should still be okay. Well, I still have what left? I have an Iron Hands left, right? Yeah, I have an Iron Hands left. Unless it's prize, then I guess I'm just out of attackers. My next big tournament will be LAIC. Got anything? It seems like they're cooked here. Well, I mean, we still need to hit an energy, but... Does this all just lose to Moon, which will be played more? I don't know if I'm scared of Moon, to be honest. I'm not sure how good of a deck Moon is, to be honest. They have literally decked out. They have nothing left. Does this deck even play Roxanne, or is it just try and win fast with Dusknoir? The Pheasant Stall? Pheasant Stolpity? Okay. I'm gonna do this first. We have hands. There's an Iron Bundle. Ooh, wait. I messed up then. Oh no, but I only have one Pokemon left, so it's fine. It is fine to go. I'm trying to think about the best way to sequence this. Yeah, so I can grab Iron Hands. Does it make sense to use either of these before just using the generator? I don't think so, right? It's like the same. At this point, it's the same. I don't know. Like this? Sure. Right, if I use this or I use this, it's all the same at this point, right? I'm pretty sure it's just all the same. Am I tripping? I don't think so. I can't. There's nothing else to thin out of my deck. Okay. How many did I have left? I had 4 left, right? We're pretty likely there. Actually, we're pretty likely to get 2. I think we're pretty likely to get 2. 5 left? Was there really 5 left? Is there ever an argument to just not play double turbo energy? How easy is it to find the double turbo energy? Oh, I guess like, well, I guess that's like, being able to go 4 CS on for double turbo is just kind of too good, right? Need DT for turn 1 hands, yeah. That's the only thing you need it for, though. It would be nice to only play basic lightnings, but hands is too important for... Well, I mean, hands isn't that important anymore. Is it ever, do you ever just make the call? That'd be kind of crazy. Do you ever just make the call? I mean, because hands... I mean, hands can matter in other matchups, though, I guess. What if you just went down to 1 hands, no double turbos? And you make the call, no one's going to play Guardy or Charizard or anything like that. Although the Charizard matchup is different, right? Because sometimes you want to do 160. Well, usually you just want to like draw faster, right? Well, I guess Charizard's just kind of tough. Well, you have the Bravery Charm, so you go like... My first 7 rounds, I never attacked with hands. That's what I'm saying. Like, for something like Baltimore, is hands even worth it? It's good against Lugia, though, too, though. Hands is good against Lugia, too. Oh yeah, I gotta add the fish. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Having an option to KO single prize or active versus the 2 prizer decks is worth it, IMO. I can see cutting down to 1 hands. Yeah. I think maybe you could get away with 1 hands. I would honestly probably just increase the lightning count. Like, I just want my generators to hit more often. What's the answer if Ancient Box got more popular? Probably the tool card, right? Make your hands hit for 140, and you'd hope to just overrun them with 1 hands for like 4 prizes before they get to play the game. Which isn't like too unreasonable, because like between Iron Bundle, you'll draw more energy. I mean, it doesn't really matter though. It's either you draw a dead card in Iron Hands or you draw an energy. Like that's not... You have like theoretically more energy in your deck. But yeah, if you wanted to tech for Ancient Box, you'd probably play the future. You'd play Capsule, Future Capsule, probably. It's pretty good. There's almost like too much good stuff in this hand, to be honest. Academy is so good here. I'm with Jesse. I think Academy sucks in this deck. I haven't actually tried it in Miraidon, but you just never see it. Like, you just... This deck does not see cards. Miraidon literally uses Arven to cherry pick... Miraidon uses Arven to cherry pick... generators, and that's it. That's the card you see. Appreciate the 8 months there, Warrior. Dude, it's over. The game's over. They already lost. Bundle's about to go crazy on them. All right, let me see. I definitely need a nest ball. Dude, the hand is just broken. They just lose. So if I can get just like nest ball plus this thing, I guess we'll have to see what's in here, actually, to be honest. I mean, the whole squad's here. Random unit. Grab this. I was like, just thinking about saving the Ultra Ball, which I'm still thinking about doing, because then I can go like Random unit. This. And then play the generator. Dubs. The hyper. I'm thinking about attaching to the Iron Hand because I don't want the guy to get stuck. Wait, did I over 260? Am I tripping? 100. Oh, it's 20 plus. So I didn't need the hands. Oops. I didn't need to put the hands in play. Well, now I'm going to attach to the hands, though. Yeah, I thought for some reason I was just only counting the bench there. So I should have just not got Iron Hands. So I could have literally done it with, that's actually sick. I could have done with double Miraidon Zapdos. Yeah, because, yeah, sure. I guess that would have worked. Why not? I could have actually maybe attached here so I could go with this KO hand. But I'm focused on KOing their next Lugia, right? That's all I care about is KOing the next Lugia. Well, putting the energy on the hands is still kind of weird though, right? It's not terrible, but it probably should have spent on Miraidon. They probably should have spent on Miraidon. I might be trolling a little bit. Now, if they only have one Lugia here again, then we just win. It's just over. I like to use boss though. Oh, hang on. Arm press threat next turn. Yeah, sure. Fleet-footed first. I'm just gonna go get Ninja. Just draw 2. Because I would really like boss here, to be honest. Very good. And I guess I should attach here. They could Iona me next turn, so throw this here. I was thinking about attaching the double turbo because, dude, we're just cooking. I was thinking about attaching the double turbo because it's just like harder to use those. But in that situation, like my next obstacle is Iron Hands, so I should just get them right on. Obviously, like conceding there is like not a huge surprise. Them conceding there is not a huge surprise. You could theoretically empty Lugia for 3 since you had Zap out. True. Could have got there. Jesse, what percentage of games do you think you use Squawkabilly? I wonder if I believe he played Zero Zard. I mean, Zard wasn't that popular. Also, Zard probably had a pretty unsuccessful tournament, like win percentage wise. 95% of games. I had somewhere I had the hand you did with Prime and didn't want to discard. Yeah, makes sense. The game of Ninja when you had the guarantee with Lum. I don't think I'd want to put Lum in play when I have the Prime Catcher in hand though in that situation. Like I basically win that game no matter what. But like the way I lose that game is Iono, right? And like not being able to put things together after that. Alright, sounds pretty good. Yeah, basically the way I lose that game at that point is like oh, that sounds okay. I have to use Force Shield to find draw power. Fleet-footed doesn't. Up against Control. It's probably a good matchup, right? Ideally I want to KO their Pidgey. Appreciate the 37 months there, Hollywood. Unless our hand sucks, then we can just go Miraidon KO this. That's fine. I mean, KOing this is better. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. KOing the Luxray actually theoretically might be better. Well, we definitely want Miraidon, but I also want other stuff. I think we should start with Fleet-footed. I want access to Squawk. That's not what I wanted. I think I can put Greninja in player. We'll get rid of the double turbo. That seems fine. I guess no, I don't really want to use the Town Star yet. Okay. The problem with this situation is I can't rescue board this thing. That sucks. Alright, let's get the Dawn. We'll switch card. Oh my. Alright, well, it's prized anyway, so I guess that kind of solves that for me. Giving them Town Storm might be incorrect, to be honest. I could just go Forest, Bench, Attach. I don't know what kind of control they're playing. Honestly, I maybe dug myself a hole already by putting Squawk and Greninja in play. It's possible. I think I'd rather Squawk to potentially find Arven, right? I kind of just want to put Iron Hands in play, to be honest. I think I'm just going to go and put an Iron Hands in play. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah. That's what I was debating there. I think we want access to Arven here. Oh my gosh. Alright, we'll definitely play this first. Wait, do I have a switch card? Oh my, I drew the switch card as well. There was definitely an argument to have like hard retreated there though, to be honest. To play for a hard retreat. Oh, I have to reset my Miraidon. I could set up a different Miraidon hard retreat though. Do I want to KO the Rotom or do I want to KO the Luxray? I kind of don't want this thing to attack me. I'm kind of like down to KO the active here. Both of them can hold 4 Sealstone. So I think I'm just going to KO the Luxray here. Why I discard Bravery Charm? I should have probably attached it somewhere. There was no reason to discard it. I was kind of like zoned out. I don't know where I would have put it, to be honest. We could have put it... I actually could have put it here to stop this thing from dying to Ursaluna. Because they might play Ursaluna. I don't know what they're playing, but... if they play Ursaluna, it would not be a shock, so... I probably should have put the Brave Charm on my active. I have no clue what kind of deck they're actually playing here, to be honest. That was not a Poffin. So it makes you think it's not Pidgey control? Then what is it? Nope, that's a Pidgey. I take it back. I take it back. Definitely a bird. Oh, 240, huh? Got some hands for this guy, though. Poor bird. Doesn't know what's coming. Okay. I don't have an energy attachment, but I can force Sealstone for 1. I think Arven first. Get the last generator. We got the bundle. Double turbo's in there. So I can just hit some generators and see how it goes, right? Could Ultra Ball away this and this. Get Mew. And I have draw power and play with Mew just in case of like a unfair or something next turn. That seems good. I could Ultra Ball first here. I mean, that makes sense, I think. I think it would be like to leave the hand, excuse me, the bench space open for like Luminion. Ooh, 4? We were cooking. I could go bench, attach, draw 1 first. I don't care if I draw an energy here. I could have played 1 more generator first and drawn an extra card though, I guess. Not sure about that, to be honest. I would rather keep the force than use it. Yeah, I could have like used another generator, then drawn 2. Maybe that was better, right? That probably was, right? I probably should have gone use 1 more generator and draw 2. I don't know. That's fine. It's like an okay spot to be in no matter what, I guess. Okay, so here's where I could get Ursaluna. This is where things could get weird. It could Ursaluna me. I whiffed an energy attachment for turn, which is definitely bad. Yeah, I definitely should have just gone like generator, then draw 2, and then hold this last generator. That was definitely the play. Yeah, Ursaluna could get involved here, which would make things interesting for sure. But if I just put my Bravery Charm here or here, then I would probably be in a fine spot. But now things could get a little bit sketchy, to be honest. Oh. Okay, that's... Ooh, that is a little... That's kind of scary. A little scary. It's not that scary. I can't kill it, though. I can't kill it. I don't know. I'm always scared of control. You never know, like, what they're going to have as the follow-up. You got to be a little scared. That's my last generator. I could have played that. Just punch, I guess. I guess what else could they have, though? What is their follow-up from here? Ursaluna. Unfair stamp, I guess. But then I say Gust KO this and I win. I still have 4 Sealstone, so this is still fine. I just 4 Sealstone, retreat, knockout. Bring up this feels a little weird because I could motivate. Well, if I retreat, I win anyways, I guess. All right, I think we got him. They can't stamp this turn. True. I guess it'd have to be like an Iona or a Roxanne, but still pretty good. Yeah, I think they forgot we have 4 Sealstone. Well, I mean, I guess they don't have to concede, but we also have a high chance of just top decking energy. I forgot to burn energy here. All right, there we go. Penny Mimikyu GG. We still had Mew, so that wouldn't be GG, but it'd be annoying. We're behind on attachment, so it'd take us a while to get there. But we still have the double turbo in the deck as well. I'm not disrupting their hand anytime soon, though. I guess it's like another reason I should get Mew there. Well, they're never like filling my bench, but if I'm going to fill up my bench space, that turn it has to be Mew to play around the potential of Mimikyu. For sure. Mimi plus Mist. Yeah, I don't think I could answer Mimi plus Mist. That's true. Yo, what's up, V6? It was Zapdos. My bench was full, so I couldn't use Zapdos. Still a firm believer that Mariah should run 1 Carmine in case you lose coin flip and having to go first. Maybe. If you're already playing the Miraidon, I could see, or already playing the Luminion, I could see it being correct. Charizard. All right, how do I even approach this matchup? Is it just hands for 2 and pray? The other play you can do is you could arm press plus Bravery Charm, right? Opening the Pheasant Dippity also kind of sucks. There's no Raichu in this build, so... I mean, if they do set up Pidgeot... I'm kind of tempted by, like, arm press Bravery Charm and force him to have literally everything. Although they already started by having basically everything. Okay, this first. Definitely a Squawk situation. Then I want Raikou at least, right? I think so. Seems tough. All right, I'm gonna throw this down. We're definitely attaching to the Iron Hands, I guess. So I'm gonna grab Raikou. That's all I want, though, I think. Bench, attach. I do want to bench the Dippity. Can I afford to? I guess I could probably, right? It's a little awkward, but I can't get Mew and Greninja into play now. I don't know how much energy I actually have left in the deck, but I feel like this is probably fine. Take 2 with hands plus charm if possible. That's what I was thinking is like the line to go. Oh, no charm. All right. No charm, no charm. Do I go for the arm press then? I think I gotta go for the arm press, right? We gotta take it slow and hope they don't have everything. Started cutting back in, so Charmed Hands is pretty good. Yeah. Never Charm. Because if I go for another... Yeah, I should just do this. I should do this, the arm press. Because now they need their Defiance Band. We'll see where it goes from here. Oh, I should have attached a Force Seal Stone to the Raikou. Oops. That's bad. This matchup definitely has to be pretty tough, though. I'm not feeling confident. Maybe they won't have the nuts, though. They might not have the nuts. And if you play the capsule in this deck as well, the route you can go against them now then is like you can arm press for 1, hope for no Defiance, and then you can go Arven for Prime, Capsule, KO Pidgeot for 3. Of course, that assumes you don't have a double turbo here, but if you go for the arm press, then you probably don't. You also need a pivot on your bench, or they have to take a KO off your bench. And then you just have to KO like a Luminine or a Rotom or I guess hands again for 2 is possible, but Not looking good, folks. Would they get off the... Oh, they got the Defiance Man. No, I'm just dead, right? I think I'm just dead. That gotta be dead. So I could Raikou. No. No? Maybe. I could Hands Illuminion for 3 and then Raikou the Rotom or Miraidon the Rotom. Is that just the play? If they have Collapse here, that'd be pretty annoying. Can't have everything though, right? Okay. Or I could, I should Raikou the Pidgeot. Raikou the Pidgeot Hands the Luminian. What am I thinking? Yeah, Raikou the Pidgeot. Okay. Gotta figure it out. Sure, okay. How many generators do I have left? All of them, right? Alright. Let's draw 3. Hopefully not too many energy. I don't want to put the... It's not good. Alright, we'll figure it out. Give me something. Give me something. I don't really want to put the hands down. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh no, but I want to play the boss. That's fine though, I guess. I just have to do this to get the... Oh no, but I can't move. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. I could generator hit 2, I guess. I mean, Arvin for Prime is the same thing as boss though. Oh, I guess not exactly, no. I would like to save the... I want a boss's turn though. I want a boss, I want a boss. We need to pivot that turn. Maybe I should have tried to establish the Mew sooner. So now I need to hit generator for 2 and hard retreat, which sucks, but it's probably fine. I could play this and grab the Mew, right? Oh, unless I want to keep access to Luminion around. Oh, I also had Ursaluna though. I guess a way I could have played this. Hold up. No. No, I could have Hands Luminion, yeah. I could have Hands Luminion, and then I have the option of Raikou KO here or Ursaluna KO here to close it out, actually. Maybe I should have reached... Oh, I don't have Hands in here. Hands is prize. All right. We're on track. We're on track, because Hands is prized. Dude. Well, now I have to Arvin for Prime, right? I have a choice. Not good, not good, not looking good. This fleet footed has got to go crazy, I feel like now. I like need a generator off this. Well, no, I can still draw into everything next turn. I don't need it. Well, I think I have to boss with... Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Okay, there we go. I was like, all right, it's gonna come down eventually, right? So I'm drawing 2, going down to 3. I mean, this doesn't matter anyway. None of these matter anywhere. Should play them, I guess. And I also need to hit Hands off the prize cards here. Hands? 2. Now how do I ever win? Okay, no, I can go Zapdos Punch into Miraidon Punch, right? That's the game plan now, is Zapdos Punch, Miraidon Punch for the 2 hit on this. Or... No, I could go like Zapdos KO something off the bench, I guess. Sure. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for sure. But there's a chance. Definitely a chance. Blood Moon plus Charm. Okay. Oh, I could have, yeah. Blood Moon plus Charm would have tanked in a hit. Well, no, because I have this guy, right? Well, I could hope they don't get the Dusknoir, I guess, but I probably should have been for the Dusclops if they have it in the deck. Another Charizard doesn't really change anything. Okay. So I have 3 prize cards left. Oh, but I have 3 prize cards left. Oh. Even if I kill this, I don't win. How do I win? What if I went Zapdos, KO Duskull, and then Ursaluna win? That's got to be the play, right? I could maybe even burn Iron Bundle and they'd send up the wrong Pokemon here. Okay. So now we can go Zapdos, KO Duskull. Otherwise I could have gone Candy Dusknoir, KO this, KO this. Okay, so now I could play the research theoretically, actually. So I could go. Well, how many Gusto I have left? I got a couple boss. I guess I want to concealed cards first. I don't know. Concealed cards is kind of iffy. I don't think I do. I don't want to draw anything I don't want to discard. Like this. Yikes. How many Arven did I have left? 2 Arven. I could have dug for an Arven. It's a yikes. Do I go into the concealed cards now? Now I'm thinking about going into the concealed cards. But if I draw Ursaluna, that's really bad. But I kind of need the Arven hit, to be honest. Let's just start with this. Okay, I got the generator. Could draw more with this first, because then if I draw into... But I want to play the research this turn if possible. I think I just play this and hope for it 2 now. 2 what? Wait, how many do I have left? 11, 12, 4? Well, now I just lose, right? Well, they might not be able to move this. Hold up. It's still winnable, because they can maybe not move the Duskull. But they have to not move it for 2 turns. There's 3 of them. They haven't used their forest, have they? No. I don't want to give them this. I can retreat to this now, because if they are able to just retreat knockout, they don't win. Pass. Wait, but that doesn't matter. If they have retreat knockout, I just lose every time, because I can't get through the Charizard still. Yeah. If they have retreat knockout, we always lose. Unlucky. All right, give me 1 second, chat. I'm running to the bathroom. I'll be right back and fill my water bottle. All right. Yeah, it's only gonna be a short stream today. I'll probably only a couple more games, and I'm gonna head off. But I'll be ramping up the content again. Moving forward. I'm streaming tomorrow. After that. Was there a second deck choice you had in mind for Worlds? Yeah, Reggie Drago. Yeah, appreciate the 10 months there, Sly Swiper. Reggie Drago. Pretty good deck. The most interesting thing I saw from other people's Reggie Drago list was the super rods. Heavy super rod counts was interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I have to try it out. I just feel like the superior energy retrievals are so impactful. So it surprised me a little bit. Seeing people playing like double super rod. Double super rod was interesting. Oof. Okay. My opening hands is just terrible, right? I thought about it for a second though. I was like, is it better? No, it's like always terrible. Always awful. All right, so this is just hands gaming. That's it. Getting handsy with it. Man, they're kind of cooking. Oh, hold up. Oh shoot, they got it like that? Oh, okay, Tatsugiri. I thought they were gonna hit me with the clef key. I was like, oh shoot, the clef key could actually be pretty good here. No clef key. No clef key. It kind of sucks opening the Raikou. I just don't know if I want to go in with the rescue board or not. We'll see what we top deck though. Mimi would be good. Mimi's whatever. We can deal with Mimi. Not scared of Mimi. Man. Maybe just fleet-footed first, right? I just want like Greninja Squawkabilly. I don't even know if I want a Squawkabilly depending on when I get off Greninja though. Maybe fleet-footed first. Very good. Might want Squawk. One switch card, one rescue board. See, the switch card is like moving this thing is going to be the annoying part. But we know we have a switch card in there, I guess. So it's like not that big of a deal, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Wow. Wow. Nothing really happening, huh? I could do this, and then I could go Arvin for Force Generator, I guess. Hello? Oh. All right. Rescue board, I guess. I didn't realize. Interesting. I'm definitely playing one of these. I'm gonna go grab Squawkabilly. We could do that before the generator. I could play this one though and get rid of these. Oof, that's a lot of energy. That is a lot of energy. I could thin out the Mew as well. That is a lot of energy though. That is a lot of energy. All right, Billy. Oh wait, I should have. Oops. I definitely want to bundle a Ralts up. Or do I? They did hard retreat into this and get a Turo. A little bit late now though. It did be hard retreating that and getting a Turo. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just do it. I don't want to play this yet though. I don't think. I do want a second hands, but I don't want to get it now. Honestly, now that I have this boss in my hand, if this just hits 2, do I just chill? Oh man. Nah. Now I can get the hands, and we can go for an attachment to this hands, right? That makes the most sense, I think. Should get there. Yeah. Nice. Dude, this is disgusting. This is so gross. Just absolutely disgusting. Definitely some sequencing errors for sure. It sucks that we can't use this for. Oh no, I can. Luminion. We can put the Force Field on Luminion. Genius. I guess I could get stuck here. They could counter the catcher this up, and this could get stuck actually. I do have the switch card in the deck, but I don't have it in hand, obviously. I have a decent amount of outs to find it though. Okay, that's fine. You need some Mew draw power now too. You need the Smooth Over Stadium? Nope. If I needed it, it would be in the deck. This is actually proof that I don't need it. Yeah, there's a counter. I could double turbo retreat this thing if we have to. Obviously not the plan. Not what we want to do, but I think I can just win with one Iron Hands, right? Can't I just like put this here and double turbo? We'd only be hitting for how much? 80? Like if I did hit the switch card. That'd be fine though. There's gonna be like Curlias and Tatsugiris, and there should be stuff hanging around that I can go after. Oh, I could just concealed it though. I could just conceal this away. Maybe that's we'll see what we top deck. We'll see what the top deck is. We'll go from there. I only have what, 2 generators left, but a Brave Charm on this should keep it pretty safe. I don't know. I just want to top deck card. Ideally, we just top deck card, and that makes everything super easy. I would still attach this here, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, ideally we top deck card. That makes things really easy. Or Arven. Top deck Arven or cart would be pretty good. They will both get one of these. I mean, it doesn't really matter though. Of what Curly Guardy? Yeah, it doesn't matter if they get a Guardy here. Oh yeah, Prime Catcher's also now. We could get Prime. I'd rather not use my Prime. I'd rather save Prime, I think, but if we have to do it. Now I go this. Oh no, this should have still gone there. Oops, I messed that up. This. Draw 2. Yeah. I should, the Brave Charm should have gone on the bench. Okay. Awkward. All right. Retreat. How if I am gonna get KO'd, how am I getting KO'd? What's knocking me out? It'd have to be Bravery Charmed Drifloon, right? If I'm gonna get KO'd next, it'll be Bravery Charmed Drifloon. So I could boss a Curly, or I could just punch the active and save the boss. Maybe I just save the boss, actually. Yeah, maybe I just chill. Yeah, maybe we just chill. We'll see how it goes from here. How many energy do I'm down a lot of lightnings. 6, 10, 11, 12. I only have 4 left. There's the cart. Yeah. A little bit late on the cart there. Yeah, this Mugidori doesn't have a dark energy, so they can't double dory me this turn. Unless they play E-Switch. What? I'm not playing around E-Switch here, so it has to be Drifloon Bravery Charm. Which most people play. They probably play it. The question is, will they get it? And even if they do get it, we're not in a terrible spot. Because we can just win with, like, Raikou attack into Hans attack. Or I could just amp this and win the game. That would also work. I do need to find a lot of generators, but it's possible. We'll see what we get. I guess I'm a little bit scared of... No, I shouldn't be too scared of Raikou Blood Moon. Oh, true. I always forget about Blood Moon. We do have Blood Moon. Yeah, we don't need to use Iron Hands. We can just Blood Moon to win. Yeah, true. Definitely true. Okay. Loon online. Yep. All right. Sure. I guess the question is, do they also have an Iono to go with it? Although, honestly, I would like to get Iono'd here, I guess. I don't really like my hand that much. Yeah, I can just go Raikou knockout and then Ursaluna KO with a Gust to close out the game. So that can be our line as well. We don't have to go... Although, just winning the game this turn with an amp, I'm not complaining. You know, I'm not... If that's what we get, I'm not complaining. No complaints. Yeah, but the Brave Charm should have also been here. And not that that would actually make a difference in this scenario, though, I guess. I'm still getting knocked out, but... Or were they out of energy? Oh, maybe they would have whiffed, actually. They might have whiffed the KO if I had put the Brave Charm on the right Pokemon. Alright, let's see what we can do. I could have sent this up and actually switch carded it, but I actually kind of want to Ultra Ball away the switch card potentially. So we're KOing the active. Question is with what? Dippity. 4 energy left, so it comes down to finding the generators. Can we find the generators? The question. Should I play the generators first ever? No, because I could like play the Ultra Ball first, right? I can just start with flip, and then maybe I play an Ultra Ball. All right, concealed cards, then maybe we play an Ultra Ball. All right. Want that? Ooh, getting rid of energy feels weird though. All this. Oh no, the switch card is what I can get rid of, right? Yeah. Grab both those. Just grab this, I guess. Maybe I should have just gone for the generator first. I mean, I could have. I don't know if it's corrected. Oh, I could have got a dead card and then Ultra Balled again, maybe. Not sure, actually. This has to hit 1. I only have 2 energy left, though. Uh-oh. Yikes. Well, folks. It's not good. It's not good, folks. I can retreat to this thing, I guess. I could have actually Ultra Ball and thinned out the hand again. I should have played that a little bit differently, I think, for sure. So now I have to attach to... I think it's the same thing. I attach to Raikou to plan to attack with Raikou next turn. Bird attack time? No, I don't think Squawkabilly cuts it here. The charm you could have motivated? I could have motivated, yeah. If I had put the charm on the right hands, then I could have motivated. Dude, wait, what? This is true, actually, yeah. We should have been motivated. We should see that misplay making a big difference here. Then I could have motivate KO'd this. Oh, we would have been free dub at that point, right? Free dub. If I put the Bravery Charm in the right spot. I messed up. Now we're getting punished. You push 20 once there, Manor. What's 9 plus 10? 19. Okay, they're still cooking. Hold up. They might not have that good of a hand, though. We'll see. Ooh, that's another reason. Honestly, Night Stretcher for the Dark Energy is super dope in this deck. It's like another reason the Night Stretcher... Ooh, they played 2 double Stretcher. Interesting. The Night Stretchers in there are super, super dope, actually. Do they really not have a Gust here? We might be saved. Is it possible we're saved? Is this winnable? I do need to find a switch cart or a generator to this, though. Oh, what the heck? They're just sitting on boss? They're just sitting on boss? What's going on here? They're still cooking really hard here. Is there a win? Do I have a win? I don't think I have a win condition, do I? Is there a way to like trap a Curlia or something? No, I don't think so. I don't actually know what's correct here to KO, to be honest. I'm just kind of banking on them being AFK at this point, I think. Ursaluna? I don't know. It's Ursaluna's not good enough though, right? Like... Oh, I guess I can like KO their active with Ursaluna and then hope they whiff, right? I guess, sure. Yeah, sure. Hold on, they have 3 psychics in here. Could I ever Ursaluna punch this and then they can't move it? What if all their energy's in play or in the discard pile and they've already used 2 recovery cards? Do I ever go Ursaluna punch this and then hope it can't move? Because if I KO the active, I give them counter catcher is what I'm thinking. That kind of seems like the play. Oh, that's right. They can monkey the damage off. That's not a win condition. I guess Ursaluna punch KO the active is the play then, right? And then hope they can't get through it. They are currently short on board. Sure. I'm not gonna have bench space to work with, which means I could just like give up these 2 to get there. Oh, I have to attach to the Ursaluna. I didn't even realize that. Oh, I should have burned this. Oops, I'm trolling. I don't know why. When I do, literally, I always think Ursaluna can attack for free on 2. I don't know why. It needs an energy though. It does need an energy. I mean, playing the nest ball would have been. I might have been able to like draw cards with restart going to the next turn, but. Oh, that should do it, right? Yeah, okay. All right, we'll give to him. Hopefully, it doesn't freeze their game. So what did that one? I just whiffed on the. No, it was the Bravery Charm. Because if I just put the Bravery Charm in the right place, I think so, right? I should just win then. Because they'll KO me with the Drifloon. Oh, but they could have put their damage somewhere else with the Drifloon, right? No, they would have needed 1 more energy on the Drifloon no matter what. And then I go Squawkabilly Knockout, and then I should just win on the follow-up. Yeah. All right. That's where I wanted to put the Bravery Charm. I even said it. I was like, all right, put the Bravery Charm. I'll put the Bravery Charm on the bench. And then put the Bravery Charm on the bench one. The one I'm about to send to the active. I was thinking it would like force more Monkey Dories out of them to KO it. But it does the other thing too, which is definitely where we want to be. It's never lucky, I guess. It's always unlucky. Maybe next year. All right. Unlucky. All right, we'll see what they're playing though. Might not be a huge deal depending on what they're playing. Oh my gosh, put it all back. Put it back. Send it. That's not what we want. Oh, it's not good. I have a 4 shield stone target though. And we're going first. I don't know what they're playing at all either. Huh. This is tough. Let me think for a second. I guess we do this, right? I think I'm just gonna get Miraidon. I just don't know what I'm playing against. That's the problem here. I just don't know what I'm playing against. I don't even really want to get anything off this. Do I just go attach pass? Man, I don't know. Ooh, it's probably Raging Bolts. Yeah. Okay. It's a good start for us, though. You feel Stall was a risk during Worlds for tie issues? No. Stall doesn't have problems with tying. Stall is a very low tie rate deck. Appreciate 71 there, Snoopy. Stall actually might be like the lowest tie rate deck. Stall does not tie. You either like 1-0 people or you play against like Raging Ball and the match ends up pretty fast. I think Tord is right and we shouldn't use Dusknoir and Zard right now. I don't know. I mean, are you just basing that off of Tord not playing it? Does Tord think that? Or does Tord think that he shouldn't have for Worlds? I don't know. I haven't played with either Zard build, so I don't really have an opinion. Oh, it is Roaring Moon. All right, we're maybe still screwed here. We're maybe still screwed. We're probably screwed. Take a whiff, though. The good news when you play Stall is either you're winning or you've got a lot of time for lunch/snacks in between rounds. Yeah. All right, they got not double Sada. That means they probably have a wait. What have they used so far? They still don't have a moon. What? All right, we're cooking. We're cooking. They still don't have a moon. We're chilling. So Miraidon's good in this matchup. Raiku's also good in this matchup. And I probably want the rest of my bench for support Pokemon, I would assume. I mean, Generator Rusty Board seems best. Go with it. I could thin out one more. What would I even get, though? What would I even get here? I can use it because I'm not going to use it, I guess. I mean, if they take a knockout next turn, I'll still have 2 bench spaces to work with. I would want the possibility of like Greninja, Mew, and Pheasantipity, right? Like possibly. Probably just shouldn't use it. I need follow-up, so I want the possibility of draw or support Pokemon. I feel like, anyways. Am I hitting the stop? I wouldn't mind a Nest Ball, right? Nest Ball would be pretty good. So I could go like Generator again, get a hit. Oh, I guess I do need Zapdos in this matchup though, right? I do need Zapdos in this matchup, so I probably should have gone. Yeah, I should have got the thing. I think I will hit this here because like a Nest Ball or an Ultra Ball is just really good. Ultra Ball's not great. All right, that was like, I mean, Million Force Seal sounds not great. That was like fine. Yeah, I probably should just grab Zapdos because I kind of need it for the matchup anyways. True. Yeah, appreciate 7 months there, the rip. I played Stall at Worlds. All right, that's good. I think all we need. Get Mew or Pheasantipity. We'll see. You can get anything in Stellar Crown that could be used to make Festival Lead better. Not sure. If 2 Dawn and play Zapdos can wait. Well, the reason you'd want to grab it is to avoid it getting milled by Pokestop or to increase your odds of Generators hitting. It was still probably correct to grab it there because we probably just want it in the matchup for the situation we're in. So we probably should have just went and grabbed it there, but it's not like a huge deal to have not. Does Hydrapple EX fit in Festival Lead? No. Definitely not. That was honestly, dude, that was just kind of sad. That game was just kind of sad for them. Oh my gosh. All right, it's good thing it's a mulligan. Now my opponent has to guess what I'm playing. All right, pretty good start. No complaints. Might be a Billy Angle. We'll see how things. We'll see what the top deck gives us more so than anything, to be honest. Probably a Billy Angle. All right. Definitely can attack with Raikou here off the rip, which is nice. Oh, we got the mirror match going on here. Okay. So we should be at a pretty big advantage going second. We'll see, though. they're gonna try and push Zap. That'll get interesting. They might be able to get like the double one prizer board. If they get like Zap Greninja, that could be tough to. Well, then I have to go for an Iron Hands play, right? Then I just go for Iron Hands. That becomes the play. Double Billy, double Force in the hand. Bundle. Are they just thinning it out? Maybe. Oh, that's the other one project that I haven't played. Okay, that makes sense. Sure. That's fine. Ninja might be prized. Or maybe they just want to be able to make mega bench space next turn, which is also reasonable, I guess. They do have to retreat this thing, though. But they still got Billy Draw to work with here. And they force you some as well. They can basically... I mean, they can do whatever they want because of the Force, but... Using Force to get, like, a switch card would be pretty bad. Alright. That's fine. No Luna. Okay. So I either need to run to my own one prize Pokemon. So I need to go like bundle Zapdos myself. Ooh, they could have put that here, and then my hands doesn't KO the active for 2. Or I could try and get like a Gus. Ooh. All right, now I like Boss KO. Boss KO. We got some. We got some options. I was thinking Boss KO Billy though. I don't need this. I'm still gonna use my own Squawkabilly here. I think I just do this. Well, no, I'd want the second Miraidon eventually anyway. So how do I get through this guy? Wait a second. Okay, hold up. What is actually the game plan here? Because maybe I still need an Iron Hands here. Maybe I still need to be able to KO this for 2 at some point. Like, not right now. I don't know. Let's just hit some generators and see what happens. Oh, dude, this is pain. Oh my god. Well, now I'm like locked into this Raikou play. Yikes. It's a lot of resources gone. I want to play the boss. Or I have to keep open the option of the Prime Catcher. This feels fairly clean for a boss play, though. Oh, but I should have KO'd the Raikou, though. Dude, screw it. I'm going all in. Give me this guy. We're gonna hit... we just need one basic and a... No way to retreat. Wait, hold on. We're not done yet. We need a way to retreat. We'll get there. Okay, hits. Ever concealed cards first? No, it's always correct to restart first, right? Yeah, it's always correct. One time. We need a... No. We stuck? We lose? Damn. Pass. I mean, we don't lose for sure, but it feels pretty bad. They still have their Forest, so... And I'm about to lose my Miraidon. And I can't KO this. I literally can't KO their Miraidon. I can't do it. I guess anything with a Bravery Charm just doesn't die in this matchup. Which is kind of funny. Well, hang on. I maybe could have played this a little bit differently. They did bench... Squawkabilly, so I could have gone like Raikou KO this, then this KO Billy with hands. I mean, but that's like not something I have to worry about right now, I guess, either. Appreciate that. 5 months. Agree. Is their second or their first? All right, it's their second. Yikes. What does it matter? I can't kill it. The question is, do I punch it to try and KO it? Maybe I do just 2-hit this. Maybe I just try and 2-hit their Miraidon. That might be the play. Force them to have the switch card combo. And I can like Try and get like a put a tool on this. I can try and put the Bravery Charm on my Raikou, or maybe my Iron Hands. Maybe I like. Ooh, I could punch this and then amp it, and win in 3 turns. Actually, okay. Oh, they're gonna kill my Raikou. Well, that's still my play then. I guess that's still my play. I guess maybe they kill my Iron Hands. This could still be interesting, I guess. Okay, so they did go after my Iron Hand. That actually kind of sucks. I think, yeah, the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, actually, I want them to go after my Raikou. I have 1 generator left. Okay, we can still make this work, though. We can set this up with a Bravery. I don't know. We'll see. Set this up with a Bravery Charm, ideally this turn. Punch. Then amp, knockout, amp, knockout. I hope they don't get like a good reset. Well, that's their hand definitely has an Arven, I would say. Wait, they have 1 Arven left. Maybe their hand doesn't have an Arven. I was like pretty confident their hand had an Arven because they just Ultra Balled away 2 Arven, but maybe not. That's probably an Arven, right? What is that card if not an Arven? All right. We got first KO. I could just go after their Mew with Raikou as well. If I can get the Bravery Charm. Only if I can get the Bravery Charm. But then I reset it for them. I don't really want to reset this for them because then they can win with Gust. Avoiding resetting this for them feels crucial. I want to leave bench space open for Fez. I shouldn't have even used this yet. I should just open with Concealed. I knew I was never getting anything off that. Oh, but I want to bench Iron Hands though, right? I want the Bravery Charm. Huh. Do I ever need the Zapdos? I don't think so. Maybe I'll regret that. Wait, is my generator even here? No, my last generator's prized? Dude, how does this game even go then? Is my Bravery Charm even here? Dude. This is insane. I can't win. Maybe I can win. It's so bad. We're punching and praying. Punch and pray. It's not in there. Nothing's in there. I have nothing. Dude, we're just stuck. Yo, appreciate the raid there. Poseidon. Hope you had a good stream. Over here getting bodied with Miraidon right now. Is it just a punch and pray? Because like gusting around this feels terrible. Well, now it's even worse. I don't have the Bravery Charm. I can't gust around this. I can't gust around it. I have to go through the Miraidon. I have to go through it. I can't go around it. But even this feels terrible. Like there's no good play here. Maybe they just overextended their Arvens though. Yeah, maybe they don't have anything. Maybe overextended their Arvens or something like that. And then maybe there is like a win condition here all of a sudden. Oh no, but they have 4 Seal Stones still. Okay, but that would lead to a switch card. They KO me, I KO them. I can't even KO them back. All right, we can just... Well, hold on. I do have Ursaluna, I think. If Ursaluna's in the deck, we could KO them back, I guess, actually. Hold up. Did they just force Sealstone for Arven for... Dude. Why did they Ultra Ball away? Now I'm just tilted. Dude. Oh my gosh. They just used 4 Sealstone to get Arven to get switch card. After they Ultra Balled away 2 Arven last year. What is the last card in their hand? Alright. This gets us. You done? Seal. I mean, I'm sure there's an Ultra Ball or a Nest Ball in here, but is Ursaluna in here? Alright, I'm just gonna concede this one. I'm good. I'm good to go next. I'm okay with going next. I'm okay with this. This is okay. Dude, so cringe. All right, one more game today. I'm gonna head off after this, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'm back now. Tomorrow I'm yapping with Grant, and I'll just play some more Pokemon decks. Dude, I'm excited for the next format. We might start cooking new format decks. We might do some. How long do we have? Maybe not. Gotta start cooking soon. Can't wait too long. Can't wait too long. The cooking's happening. Yeah, we might start cooking some new format decks. We'll see. We will see. I also need to put together. You know what we should do? I should do this ahead of time. I also need to put together my buy list for Stellar Crown, so we might do that tomorrow as well. Henry's deck? Oh yeah, we can play with Henry's deck tomorrow. That deck seems sick. We're gonna play with that for sure. With that for sure. All right, this hand's kind of cooking. This hand's kind of cooking. No complaints. No complaints. Oh, dude, did they choose second? That's so cringe. Why do people do that? Why don't they just let me do what I want to do? Well, I don't really want to. It's not feel like a Billy angle at all. Yeah, it feels like a chill angle. I don't feel. Not feeling like I just don't know what I'm up against though. I'm not feeling like I should Billy though. I'll put the Raikou down, but is it a Billy angle? Our hand does kind of suck after that, doesn't it? Maybe it is a Billy angle the whole time. Using Billy sucks, though. I could Ultra Ball away these two, and then just restart for 2, I guess. I don't even want to grab anything off this, I don't think. I'm just going to fail it. I don't know what I'm up against yet, so I don't really know what I want. I think we should chill. I don't know if I want hands or not or anything like that. I think we should chill. I guess I could have also like retreated. Well, they opened Rotom, so they're not a super aggressive deck, right? Yeah, they're not super aggressive. Charizard, okay. That's a lot of 2-prizers. We like to. Oh, Lone Mander. Oh, we got to go after that, right? That's the play. That's the play. Now I don't mind getting a hands involved. All right, restart for 1 first. I think makes sense. Arvin for tool generator. See what generator does. Was Prime in the deck? Oh, jeez, man. How do I tackle this now? We whiffed. Was Prime in the deck, though? I don't remember. Tandem unit. Prime is there. Damn, there's no way to guarantee anything here. This feels so bad. How do I want to tackle this now? Huh. I mean, K-Win that Mander was just so good, but now it just feels like so... All right, we could just go all out, though. We could do this. Ready? This is it. This is it. This is it. I'm going to Star Alchemy. Wait, is this it? Star Alchemy for Prime Catcher. I'm going to play this, but I forget if I actually want anything off this. No, because all of our good Pokemon are prized. Just save that. I'm going to Prime up the Charmander, and I'm going to Fleet-Foot it into an Energy. It's just got to be that way. It's just got to be this way. No, dude, who is this? Okay. I just pass. Why not Generator Miraidon, then force Healstone 1 energy to KO active? Because KO active is so bad here. They're just gonna go Candy Charizard knockout, and then their bench doesn't have enough Pokemon for me to chase. So then if I chase this, they just don't like. If I do that, if I go KO active, their play is Candy Charizard knockout, go, and then I go punch a Charizard, and then they go bench Charmander, and I lose. Like, it's just not winnable. KO and Charmander there is so good, and not KO and Charmander is so bad. Because then I just lose to Candy Charizard. I literally just lose to a Candy Charizard. Because they would go Candy Charizard, Pheasantipity for 3. Don't bench anything. And then they just go knockout. And then I go, if I go Gust Chaos, I lose. And so I have to punch their Charizard. And then they, well, I guess then I could attack with a Bravely Charmed thing. Then I could have attacked with a Bravely Charmed thing. I can just concede, right? Yeah, screw this. All right, one more game. How many energy in this list? I like to do some math on some whiffs. On those whiffs. 16. 16. Honestly, I just want to click all cards to see how often there's a double turbo there. That was kind of a sad game. I don't know if I sequenced that perfectly though. Those first 2 turns. Maybe I should just like I don't want using Squawkabilly there is so bad though if I don't have to. I didn't really want to use Squawkabilly if I could avoid it. I felt like I could avoid it there. It did feel like I could avoid using Billy there. I don't know. Maybe I should have just Billied. I mean, I could have hit him with a Billy. What do you think about the next state of Worlds? I'm figuring out what I want to practice pre-rotation. What do you think about the next state of World? I don't know what you're asking. But if you're asking what I think you're asking, do not ask me that ever again. Maybe I should open Greninja there, actually. I should have opened Greninja there. I'm actually kind of trolling. Dude, wait. Oh, I just keep whiffing the... I just keep not winning the coin flip. I should have opened Greninja, though. All right. I don't know what they're playing. I don't know what it could be anything. The hardest thing to set up is Iron Hands, though. So maybe I just go get Iron Hands, attach to Iron Hands. Like, depending on what they're playing, I would want Iron Hands set up. You know? I was mainly meaning regionals, but all the term is pre-rotation. Oh, are you just asking... Are you asking what do I think about the frogs? What do I think about the format just currently? I'm aiming Guardy, but seems a lot of things are getting tossed. Oh, you are talking about rotation. You're banned. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, we just cook some frogs, right? This is definitely a frog cooking scenario. We gotta cook the frogs. Frogs gotta be cooked. Or do I want to take away their Forest Seal Stone? Wait, this thing is scary. I'm weak to fighting. So what's my win con? If they have Candy Frog, I lose, right? So maybe I do try and KO the active here to take away their Forest Seal Stone. If they don't, once again, if they don't bench another thing, then I just lose. Yeah, I think I just go for the knockout on the active here to take away their Forest Seal Stone, to be honest. This is disgusting. How are these kind of decks allowed to exist? This is ridiculous, man. I can't believe these things exist. All right. I think this actually is more important. But I want to get Mew to just draw some cards. Give me something, Mew. I'm going to go attach, board, generator. In. Just hold it. I'll hold the bundle. Or I want bundle to be able to like get around the Greninja. Ooh. Honestly, the Radiant Greninja, oh, this is playing a lot of energy, but the Radiant Greninja has felt pretty good so far. I wasn't sure how the Radiant Greninja was like the card I was like, I think I'm going to probably cut this. After I play some games with this deck, I think I'm probably going to cut this. I think this is probably the correct play because it takes away their Forest Seal Stone. I could have gone like hands, KO something off the bench, but I think taking away their Forest Seal Stone access is probably better, but... Radiant Guardy is GOAT in Miraidon. Yeah, I've been impressed. I've been impressed. Definitely been impressed by the Radiant Greninja so far. I also messed up. This should have been in my active. I maybe still would have got the Miraidon setup here though. But this should have been in my active with the rescue board. Dude, it's so scary though. Even if they go send up Froakie Pass. No. If they go Froakie Pass, I think I'm in an okay spot. If they go Froakie Pass, I think I'm in an okay spot. Or effectively Froakie Pass. You see the Greninja Ultra Premium Collection? Nope. Hit them with Mew. Genius. Wait, are they weak to Psychic? Do we actually one-hit them? We can't one-hit them though. I'd have to get double turbo involved to get there fast. But maybe I could have been manually attaching to Mew the whole time. They quit? Of course they quit. It's free dub. It's a free matchup. I'd quit if I was in their shoes too. See, these kind of situations, I wonder if it's a connection issue. Yo, appreciate the 52 months there, Doom. I wonder if it's a connection issue or if they actually close their client, or I don't know. So for the Mew play, though, I would need to manually attach 3 basic lightnings, right? I guess that could be the correct play from like turn 1. Just like attach to, yeah, maybe that was the play from turn 1. Was like manually attach to Mew, hope the generators just hit. Because like double turbo plus lightning wouldn't KO them, right? Let's just hit some generators, I guess. Only one? Bro, this is disgusting. Honestly, it might be worth it to force Seal Stone for a double turbo. I actually think it is. I think it is. Dude, this is pathetic. Well, first we'll concealed cards. Imagine they're just both prized. Good. Probably switch card angle, right? Yeah. Amping him. You think the new Magneton that was revealed will make Miraidon broken? I have no clue. Not thought about it. Oh shit! This is 100% a rage quit. Yeah, I guess maybe. To be fair, they didn't start with Froakie on board. Surely that's only correct in knowing you're playing against something with psychic weakness. Oh, true. Yeah, turn 1. Yeah, true. Yeah, turn 1, I didn't know what they were playing. They just opened a Rotom. The new Terra Pikachu is pretty broken. Did you know that? You're saying that as if it's a fact. Is there even a Terra Pikachu? I haven't seen anything about a Terra Pikachu yet. I'm also just gonna go ahead and say you're wrong, if it does exist. Only someone who was wrong would have talked about it that assuredly. So there's no way it's actually any good. No one has ever been that sure about something and been right. So there's no way the Pikachu's any good. You want to go first or second with this deck? Second, definitely second. All right, chat, that's going to do it for me. Short stream today, but I'm back. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Bigger streams, longer streams, better streams. All the streams, these streams, that streams, those streams. We got the new set coming up, so that's exciting. I'm going to be jumping into my new set content this week. Got to put together the buy list. Set review. Start cooking some new lists with the new cards. Because we're only 2 weeks away. Yeah, we're only 2 weeks away. So I'm going to start cooking that stuff. That's the plan. Let me find someone to raid before I get out of here. Let me find someone to raid before I get out of here. And hopefully next time I'll have YouTube chat up so I can actually answer questions from the YouTube side of things. But I don't know why it just wasn't working. I don't know why it wasn't working. Couldn't tell you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and raid. All right, do I recognize anyone here who's streaming? Ooh. I don't recognize anyone, to be honest. Who's online that I know? I'll just go ahead and raid Sierra before I get out of here. All right, chat, have a good one. See y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm doing yapping with Grant. We're playing with Henry Brands, Bennett, Dust Nordeck, and then we're gonna work on probably some stuff from the new set. Is probably gonna be the plan. See y'all then. Have a good one. Also, yeah, new uncommon energy Oh, there's a new video up on Uncommon Energy, so go check that out if you want more content from me with that. And then new podcast episode will drop tomorrow as well. Podcast episodes will return tomorrow. All right, have a good one. See you tomorrow. Peace.